me the... All right, guys, welcome. Sunday afternoon, it's Abee presents the Fantasy Guys, Oz Media. We got Fattest El Suckoff. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
We got Big Billy Bucket. It's, well, there's an S, I'm sorry. Billy Buckets, Bilal Farhat. We got co-host, Omar Thabit. And then we got big brother Mo T, Coach Mo T.
Appreciate it.
I'm gonna go ahead and let the co-host get the show started.
Shout out to Abee. All right, this is the Abee and Oz Media show right here, season 2, episode 37 of the Fantasy Guys. We are here to have a great show for you guys, have a good time, have some laughs, and everything else in between. Talk some smack, of course. A lot of rumors spreading around right now with the 30-plus league. Abee immediately came in here and just filled us up. We feel like we're ready to go with all the news and information that's happening. Might discuss some, might not, because Abee's house, you know, what is it, got vandalized recently last time he came on the show?
My house got egged when I talked about coming out here and just saying the truth. I got phone calls, texts, people are like, Abee, don't release. You see, Fattest?
It didn't gag.
Nah,
Is it?
joking.
You know what I'm saying? But hey,
You gotta go with it.
They
Fattest.
didn't egg it because it's Khaled Jami's house.
You gotta go with it. You gotta go with it.
What'd you talk about?
No, I was talking to that. I was just gonna come out and talk what needs to be talked about, and if any sensitive people tune in, if you're sensitive, just don't tune in. And I received phone calls and
Abee
text
strikes
messages.
a lot of nerves.
They
Together.
they told me, Abee, you have to stay quiet.
they may have not egged his house, but the thought of it definitely may have crossed their mind. Okay, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Again, we're gonna dive into all that. We might talk about we will talk about the NBA Finals. Try to dive into some Detroit sports as well and everything else in between. Before we talk about anything, be sure to subscribe to all of our pages. You got YouTube, Oz Media, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok under Oz Media. You can listen to this show later on Apple and Spotify podcasts under Oz Media. If you want to call in, we might have to call in Sufi, because there was a Sufi gate already before the season started. The number is 313-306-1750.
If his phone is on.
If his phone is on.
It's not hard to hit the like button, the subscribe button. Come on, people.
There you
Support
go.
The show.
Talk to him, man. Talk to them. I mean, all right. Then shout out to the sponsors: Balkan House, Hanley, Kahwa House, BC Adhesives, Unique Coney Island, Hammer Time, True Value Hardware, and Juice Box and hamtramck. Let's go ahead and run the Unique Coney Island. Shout out to Sambo. Always doing his thing, always supporting the community. Shout out to my man Sambo, Nate, and everybody over there at Unique Coney Island.
Unique Coney Island. Unique Coney Island is famous for their original unique pita, homemade chicken lemon rice, unique chicken qalaba, shawarma, gyro, and much more. They also have a reward system there, where every 100 points you get $7 off your next meal. Their location is 33102 DeQuinder Road, Sterling Heights, Michigan. Shout out to Sambo, Big Nate, Big Nasty, and everyone over there at Unique Coney Island for the best conies around.
All right, so we're officially back.
You think I didn't get called this morning, Fattest?
Oof.
I got called several. I can show you my call log. People knew I was coming on. They wanted to give me a little bit of info. They said, listen, there's a couple of topics we have to hit on this show.
All right, first of all, we're giving shout out to sponsors, right? We got to give a shout out to Nader's Garage Sale. He told me I might get 10% off. I saw those shoes and I was definitely interested.
Nader's
All right?
elite
he
shoe
has some nice
collection.
things.
Yeah.
Size 10?
No, he had a couple 9.5s.
Oh, okay.
He's got
Yeah.
10 and a halves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might stop by too.
I'm not going to lie to you. I told Nader, I was like, save
Right
me a
up
couple
Outer
shoes.
Drive, guys, across the street from where we played the charity game.
Yeah.
I always like those Kevin Durant's.
Yes.
Very
He's got what,
basketball
2
shoes.
pair, right? He's got 2 pairs.
Size 10s, I think.
10 and a half.
I could wear a double sock.
I think it's 10 and a half.
Yeah, so shout out to Nader. 10% off if you mention his garage sale, by the way, guys. Just want to throw that out.
Won't mention it, so you can get 10%.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna stop by. Buy one, get one free.
All right, shout out to everybody, though, that might be tuning in. We're going to have some fun today. So, first of all, I hope you're all doing well. Nice to see everybody back in the building. You know what I'm saying? It was a good show last week with Moti, but having more opinions on the show is always great. We got Fattest back in the building. Fattest starting to get used to this as well. Fattest, you are the only player in the 30-plus league currently, if I'm correct right now. So tell us what that league is looking like. You give us a quick maybe synopsis of how it's looking, which team's looking like the early favorites, and then obviously we're gonna have everybody else's opinions as well. But what are your thoughts on your team? Let's start off with your team first. You're on the Bosch, Uncle Eddie.
Yeah. Fortunately, got drafted by Bosch.
Should we give you
Was
the
that- hold on, was that
ring
four-
sizes now or no?
Let's not do that.
All right.
I mean, it wasn't too good last year. Obviously, I was the main cause of that. But this year we got a new team. We got a couple players that shouldn't have fell down to Bosch. I'm Abdurrabbo and Mohamed Al-Hajj. And so I'm really excited. I can't wait until he comes back.
Which one? Mo Al-Hajj?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I mean, would you say he dropped to him, or was it because-
Absolutely.
Well,
What's dropping to him, yeah, Faris?
well, he got picked.
What's dropping to
Well,
him?
he
Yeah,
got-
what?
10th, ninth pick?
But he got picked first, and then
That's my point.
And then he got released.
He got released because he had to go to Yemen. So the team Hamada didn't want to take the chance with him because if they lose a few games without him, they might not make it to the playoff run because this year there's going to be one team that's in the
Elimination.
playoffs.
And how do people
Bosch
feel
was
about
like
that?
About what?
One team just not making the playoffs.
I really don't know. I like it because people could screw around during the season and say, hey, we're going to be in the playoffs anyway, so let's miss a few games.
I like
But
it.
now they have to perform.
Well,
now they have to win.
Wasn't that the format last year though? Hold on,
No.
hold on. Yeah, the first seed got the buy-in. 7-8 played each other.
I like that, but
It was a playing game.
Play in, but they both got in. That was all depending on
No.
rankings.
They
Yes.
didn't get in. No,
Yeah.
no. The team that lost was out. You guys have 9 teams this year, right?
Yeah.
Now you're getting the first round's not getting a bye, and it's going to be 8 teams in and 1 team out. No, last year I'm pretty sure 7 and 8 played each other as a playing game. You guys were the first seed, right, Fatis?
Okay.
So you guys had the first
Oh,
round
you're
bye.
right. You're right.
Yeah, you guys
you're
had the
right,
first
you're
round
right.
bye.
Yes. So and I think it was Team Hamada that got eliminated last year. So he probably didn't want to go through it with
Again,
missing his main guy for 5 weeks.
yeah.
So
And being in the playing game.
yeah, so he felt
like-
the Bosch.
I-
Bosch could afford losing.
I like
a couple games.
the 8 and 9 playing game. I like that better.
I haven't played for each
Well,
playing, so-
they jumped to the 9. They jumped 9 teams this year.
So this is the first time that they are going to eliminate a team from the playoff contention, basically,
Yes, without
without a playing game.
a play-in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
that's
yes.
interesting. So, what are your thoughts on the whole league overall so far, man? Who's the strongest team? Who's
It's too early.
Okay.
It's week 1. You got a few new captains that are just trying to get acquainted with their players on the team and stuff like that. So it's way too early for that. Team Hussein, unbelievable team. I think he's got a really good team. We got a really good team. But again, all it takes is a couple hot players to feel it that one day, and they could anybody could possibly get eliminated.
Yeah.
So
all it takes is a golf outing that Bosch takes more serious than the game.
that's it.
Hey, we're all nephews here. Be honest about Uncle Eddie.
Yeah, we needed an honest.
Uncle Eddie, I just played one game with him.
I know, but
You know,
but you played
he-
with him before, didn't you?
No,
No.
I played with
Oh,
them.
you wasn't on that team. Yeah,
No.
I had Uncle Eddie with Frank and Osama and Al.
Oh, that was your first year.
yeah, first year.
When you got hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I wasn't on that team.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're
No,
right. You-
Brahim
next year.
Shagada replaced you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's got the tools for the big guy.
Yeah.
He could shoot. He's got a little mid range. He could finish. He's got the tools, but I think he's not aware of how we want to play. He's more a freestyle player with the freestyle type of captain. But when he comes to our team, we gotta show him the ways. Like, hey, we want you here.
He has a role.
Yeah, a really, really
Yeah.
specific role.
Good luck.
I told him.
Here we go.
No, because you just said loose captain. He didn't have a loose captain last season that he played.
With who?
He
Well-
played with me and Manowar. He didn't have a.
No,
Manoa
that was a
is
free
loose.
team. It was a free team.
He's not that
100%.
loose
Yes,
when
he
he's
is.
telling you to pay.
Absolutely.
Listen,
Hey, can we pause right quick with this loose talk? By the way, we gotta just be careful. That's all I'm just saying. All right, but continue on, Moti. What are you about to say?
No. I agree with Vadas because you're right. You did have a loose team. It wasn't no particular role. It wasn't no particular role for Uncle Eddie. I get what Vadas is saying.
No,
like
there
Uncle
was.
Eddie on that team, yo, this is your role.
No.
You can't play outside this role because it's gonna mess up everybody else.
You coached us.
Yeah.
Uncle
So-
Eddie performed amazing last year because
And-
he didn't listen.
And here's the thing.
He didn't listen.
And now here's the thing.
He didn't listen. If you're open, pass the ball up and find a better open shot. No, Uncle Eddie said, I'm open. I'm taking this shot. He produced. His numbers were really good last year. He was a huge reason that we did very well as a team.
Oh, Uncle Eddie's a good player.
A very good player.
So
but I agree
why'd
with
you
you.
say good luck then?
He don't listen. No, because you said we need to try to get him to follow. Uncle Ed's.
I
gonna-
didn't say try because you're making it seem like he doesn't want to do
Oh
it.
no, Uncle Ed's gonna do. Uncle Ed's gonna do Uncle Ed.
He
That's
just,
all
I
I'm
said
saying.
he needs to fit. That's
Is
all.
Uncle Ed gonna?
Hey.
Is Uncle Ed gonna do
Hey,
Uncle Ed?
hey, Uncle Ed's gonna do Uncle Ed.
That's it.
Hey, when he's on a team that there's no leader there, but if there's a leader on the team, Uncle Ed will follow. Trust me.
And
all right?
that's an answer.
I
that you
wasn't
should know.
putting
You
down-
coached us. You know how
Absolutely.
we play.
But I
And you know
wasn't
how
putting-
he is.
When I said
you
good,
think he'll fit in?
when I
100%.
When
Yes,
I said
yes,
good
yes.
luck, I didn't mean anything negative toward Uncle Ed. By the way,
No,
Yeah, no,
Clarify
no,
that.
no,
Not
no,
negative.
no.
I meant Uncle Ed just gonna do Uncle Ed. That's why you pick Uncle Ed.
It's like
that's
you're-
why you pick
It's
him.
like you guys are like both right. It was like nobody's wrong. Like I agree, that's what Uncle Ed will do. But like Moti said,
Eddie.
Okay.
Here we go. Hey, yo, last time I got a phone call, I had to hit accept for Uncle Ed. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. It wasn't good, Uncle
Okay.
It
Ed.
was from the Wayne County Correction Facility.
He had to quickly say his name. Hey, what up, Unc? What's going on, man? I'm happy that you called in because the conversation's about you, as you know right now.
We're calling from Macomb County facility.
I accept, Uncle Ed. On behalf of the show, I accept the charges.
Hey, talk
What's
to me.
going on, guys? I've been getting alerts, man. My name's been calling out. What's going on? How y'all doing?
Hey, Uncle Ed, I love you, man. I didn't say your name one time.
Oh no, I did, Uncle Ed. I was praising you.
Listen,
I don't care.
I'm just
What's
gonna
going on?
I'm just gonna give you the quick breakdown just in case you may have missed anything. But basically, the question is, will Uncle Ed fit into his role on his team the 30+ team? I don't know your exact name, but will you fit into the role that's needed, or will Uncle Ed be Uncle Ed? That's the question right now.
You know what? That's a great question. and for you guys to even discuss that and everything, I love it. I love it. You know, and I see one of my teammates on the show today.
Yes, sir.
So I hope he had all positive things to say about me. Otherwise, that's against team violation rules. You know what I'm saying?
Rewind the tape.
You know? Oh,
you're my uncle by
shit.
default.
I got to rewind the tape. So anyway, you know, Uncle Ed does what Uncle Ed does every day. Uncle
what I
Ed's
said.
a smart player,
Plays hard.
and he sacrifices a lot.
Oh,
So-
be careful with that word, Uncle Ed. There's a lot of people don't like the word sacrifice.
Hey, we're talking about basketball.
I know, but some people don't realize that. But go ahead.
Well, we're talking about basketball right now, team basketball. So, you know,
I think
of
Uncle
course,
Ed wants to
Uncle Ed
win.
is-
I think you want to win,
Uncle
Uncle Ed. Am I
definitely
right?
wants to win. We won a championship 2 years ago on my first season. And
Alhamdulillah.
this year coming back, alhamdulillah, I feel like we have a team that we will dominate. And we will gel together throughout the season. And definitely, inshallah, have a championship material come playoff.
Inshallah.
So to answer the
No.
question, are you gonna fit the role that's needed, or are you going to just stick with what you do?
Oh, that's a long pause.
No, I was going to say, I would fit everybody's system. I mean, I'm not a type of person that's going to demand the ball. I'm not a type of person that's going to, like, want to take 20 shots. No. I will definitely fall into a role and know my place because I want to win.
Antonio McDice.
Damn. All right.
I'd say Corliss Williams.
Man, Hamada.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hamada.
By the way, Uncle
I'll
Eddie,
take-
Uncle
yeah.
Eddie.
You know what the difference is?
crazy.
Uncle Ed, Corliss Williams is
Hi,
the champion.
Hamada.
Uncle Eddie, AB's not in the league, so he's got plenty of time to set these little mouse traps. Make sure you don't fall for them. That's all.
I got you.
What
He's putting mouse traps
There's
everywhere in
no
the league.
mouse traps.
You
I'm
fall
I'm
into
about
it,
to come out when it's my turn.
He's gonna
Yeah.
come on Sunday and bring you up
And
first
t-
thing,
and-
12:01.
Shout out to Uncle Eddie. Appreciate the phone call, Unc.
Uncle Ed, you the man.
Hey, always good to hear from you guys. Love y'all. Be
Love you
safe,
too,
fellas.
Uncle Ed, man.
Yeah, Unc.
Wow,
Great show,
Hamada
guys.
taking shots.
See you tomorrow, buddy.
Hey, Uncle Eddie, by the way, I agree overall, though he is going to do whatever it is that's asked for him. Obviously,
100%.
he's going to end up,
If they're
yeah.
winning.
Yeah, but which they will be. I mean,
winning.
they got a solid team just off of what I know on paper, right? So we got Hamada. Tell Faddis he's looking extra handsome today. All right, let's
Fact.
start off with that. Abee always says people are selfish and don't like to sacrifice. Maybe it's a reflection of his own insecurity.
Oh.
Again, I hurt feelings. I'm sorry,
that?
Hamada.
And then he said,
Hamada.
Uncle going to get his 3.5 rebounds a game. That's solid. So Uncle Eddie, get a shout out.
That's
Yeah,
Hamada
Hamada.
doing Hamada and being Hamada.
Hey, I told y'all the villain. You know what I'm saying? Abee's the villain of everything else. You know what I'm saying? Outside of the game of the league, Hamada, I feel like is the
You
villain
know,
of the league.
since we're talking about the 30 and over, and Hamada, since you probably are still watching, you shouldn't worry about me and my insecurities, and you shouldn't worry about how handsome Faddis looks right now.
Why not?
And you definitely shouldn't worry about Uncle Ed. Worry about how you're gonna get Fester and Owl all those shots. And,
Oof.
And Uncle Nash. Don't forget about Uncle Nash.
Hold on, and keep Uncle Nash and Mahed and everybody else on that team.
Mad.
Oh, Mahed is yeah, Mahed.
On that team too?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So you just
Actually a good team if they
just
work
figure
together.
out how you're gonna keep them all happy and playing tough and hard for you.
If they work together.
That's what you need to worry
But one
about. Don't
thing
worry
with
about
Hamada,
us. Go
There
ahead.
are a lot of individual good players,
He's
but
got
all
leadership
3-point shooters.
skills.
There's only one
Huh?
ball.
If anyone could do it, it's him.
Can do what?
Get those guys together.
Oh, we'll see. He's
I'm
got
telling
it's a test.
He's.
I hope he studied.
If everybody adjusts to their role, like if Maher goes on low and if Fester posts up, if Owl stays at the 3, Hamada stays at the 3, then they're very.
See, but Fester's a
Well,
big
if
guy.
they all
Why can't Fester post up?
I just said that.
No,
Fester
you said Maher. You
and
said-
Fester. I said Maher
I think it's that Fester post up.
and
That's
Maher
what that-
post
That's,
up.
but that's not their game.
You guys brought
Both
up
guys
Fester.
are-
I'm just saying.
before.
If
Who's
they
Fester?
adapt to that system
Um,
and
played last
change,
year.
they'll be
He
all right.
he played last season.
Who?
Played last season.
Fester.
Yeah, he's a great shooter,
He
man.
played
He's a great
with.
shooter.
He played with
Oh, I can't remember.
no, he played with he had Hassan Faraj on his team and
Hey, he
Oh,
played.
Bashir.
Bashir.
He playing 35 and up or
played.
no?
No, no.
No, not yet. He's not 35 yet.
Oh,
He's a younger brother.
All right, so Abee. Okay, we had Faddis is a very nice guy, especially when he's live on YouTube. You know, he just kind of, says it. Then we have brother Abee who has all the behind the scenes.
I mean,
news. All right.
well, first and foremost, Team Bosch is the team to beat.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. Listen, Fada said it. Steal. I don't know if this league, because of Omar's injury or what it was, but you guys really allowed Omar to go down to Bosch. Now,
Did they allow that, by the way? Was that just a coincidence?
what do
or
you
it
mean?
just
Bosch was the
happened?
last pick. Bosch had the 9th pick of the draft.
And he picked him.
Well,
So fair
that means,
wise,
that
like,
means
okay.
yeah, that means everybody else missed him. Everybody else decided not to go again, not to get him.
But tell him why.
Well, I mean,
know his
he
knee, I
just
know his
he
knee.
just came.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but listen,
But
to-
he's really a shell of himself.
but listen,
fair.
but listen.
But 10% Omar is better than 90% of the league. You know what I'm saying?
But that's
Wow.
not. It's not that because I keep hearing that, and it's true. But you put a 10% Omar with 100% Bosch.
Yeah, it's a great combination.
That makes him 100%.
That's what you guys are missing.
That's what you guys.
That's what you guys are missing. Omar's impact on the game is not just his ability to
Oh, it's
score.
his vision.
Yeah.
Omar is, they talk about a baseball player being a 5-tool player, right?
Yeah.
This prospect coming up as a 5-tool player.
Great
He's-
comparison.
He's got it all, right?
Yeah.
Omar's got it all. Outside of who? Hold on, let's talk right now. Outside of who? Kamal Jahmi. Kamal Jahmi went and played a little college ball, right? Where did he play? I think he played at Henry Ford a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Has anybody else in this league played college ball, realistically?
I think Larry has.
Okay, outside of any of the new guys, these
No.
any of these superstars.
Besides
No.
Mo
take-
Abdrabba?
The Mohamed Jabba's, yeah, he's
Okay.
50. He's 50 years old.
He played college ball?
Yeah, Division 2 or 3, I think.
Omar
Yeah, man.
was
He
on.
played international too.
Oh yeah, Omar was a double scholarship to Adrian for football and basketball.
I know, I remember.
So my point is, what he brings to this game at 40%, 20%, 50%, or 100%. You just put a guy who can control the floor with a guy like Bosch. Bosch came out and dropped, what, 49?
50. 51.
We always round up.
Okay, Bosch had
Nader late.
Yeah, we got an elite person giving us a phone call.
I
real
mean,
quick.
go ahead.
we got an elite person giving us a phone call right quick.
Alternate cap.
To accept, press 1.
That boy had a long introduction.
Hey, Nader.
Nader.
Nader, do you like Ferris?
Hello, guys.
Hi,
It's
Nader.
me and Nabil.
Do you like Ferris?
Hi, Nabil.
Yeah. We need to talk to Ferris. We would like to make a comment about Ferris
Okay.
on live TV.
Hey, by the way, we gave a shout out to Nader's garage sale. By the way, I just want to throw that out there. I don't know if you guys.
Yes.
He should be wearing his
Across from
garage sale.
Dearborn High School
Yes.
and my new sneaker line.
There you go.
My
Yo.
new
A
sneaker line.
A lot of elite things.
Well, we're looking
Yeah,
forward
very
to
elite.
Put those KDs to the side for me.
Okay, they're already underneath. I put underneath the table.
There you go. Fattest. We got Fattest here. Go ahead, Nader. Say what you got to say about what's or what's.
I want AB to bring up something that happened maybe a year ago,
Mm.
and we still can't talk about it.
What is it?
Oh,
We would like to
no,
talk about it today on this show.
but Fattest, he brought it up himself. Nader.
Hold on. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
did
fine.
he?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
that's fine. But Nader's
Oh,
looking for attention
oh,
right
if he
now
brought it
because
up,
he's got to
oh.
get back to the
Well,
question.
he
Go
didn't.
ahead, go
He
ahead.
didn't bring it up in detail.
hold on.
He said they were asking him about his championship runs with Bosch, and he said, unfortunately, due to his performance, he did say, my performance. They did not win a championship last season, which I think is huge of Fattest to
Nader's
do.
not
'Cause
watching the show.
Fattest is a
It
leader,
is.
man. He's a leader.
Listen, Ferris is a very classy. He's very classy basketball player.
Ah, the
Very
Zelena.
classy.
You know what
When
the you know what the
take
issue
if
is?
you-
People
if
have
I
a goldfish
take 7
memory,
shots and listen,
and they
wait,
don't
if I
understand
miss
that
7
Fattest
shots
was
in
a
a row-
catalyst for the championship the first season. With Bosch.
Absolutely.
And then they forgot that. And they're
Listen,
saying because he had a bad
listen.
game. People have bad games. Nader, you should know that
Absolutely.
yourself.
But Nader, did he say that he went 0 for 14 in the
Whoa,
championship
Billy, I
game?
should know
No,
what
he didn't.
myself.
I'm just saying people have bad games. You should know that yourself. So I said.
Did he say
No,
that?
I don't think I've had a bad game.
Nader,
Okay.
never had
I don't know what you're. I don't think
Neither.
I've ever had a bad game.
Nader, did he say that he
No,
went 0 for
unless-
14 in the championship game? No. Did he say that he left Ali
Okay,
T
but-
open
but-
to hit
no.
some big threes down
We're
the
gonna
line?
talk
No.
about.
Well, we're
gonna
talk about that in
this.
detail now.
Tell Billy not to interrupt because Billy keeps interrupting. but
Billy.
Okay,
Nader's
yes,
tough.
sir. Yes,
if you
sir,
miss,
Captain.
If you miss 7 shots in a row, would you shoot 7 more?
If you were Bosch, yeah. A guy like Bosch, he's a shooter. He needs to keep shooting.
Yeah.
Nader, did you make any before that, or you just?
Did
have
you
it-
guys? Hey, Billy, could you stop interrupting him?
He didn't have spoken.
Stop interrupting him. But did you
was-
know? But
it
hold
was
on,
over.
Nader.
You're
but Nader-
interrupting right now.
Stop, Nader. Did you know Fattest was the Finals MVP the season before that?
No, he doesn't want that.
I do know that, and I think that has a part in it. I
Nader's the
think that
one-
has a part.
Nader's the type of player, if you're failing, he's getting up and he's calling you out. If you make that shot, he's looking the other way over
Oh
his
no,
shoulder.
no.
That's
Listen,
Nader.
but you know what?
That's Nader.
But wait,
Every
wait,
time
I do the
I do
opposite.
something, I look
Listen,
at him on
when
the
you
sideline.
do good, I
look at him
build
at the
you up when you
sideline.
do good too.
No, you don't.
I build you up
No,
when you do
don't.
good too.
No, you don't.
Yes,
No,
I
you
do.
don't.
Yes, I
Is
do.
that why
That's
you
why-
traded him?
No, that's why you. That's why you're bringing this up. And like AB said, you're not bringing up my MVP.
No, you see,
status.
I'm trying to get the basketball players in the league to look at the bigger picture.
What
And
bigger?
they're not
you and AB
sacrificing
did
for
a
the
great
team.
job letting people know I went 0 for 14. I mean, what do you want to tell them? What else do you want to tell them?
I got attacked for
We
that.
said we couldn't
Well,
talk
I didn't even
about
know
it
I was
for
0 for 14 until you guys told me in the end of the game.
Yeah.
I really didn't know.
They were counting it during the game in the bleachers.
Yeah,
Guys
they told
were
us not to
counting
talk
it.
about it.
But I mean, we won. We won the year before with Moti,
Absolutely.
and then Nader Jones, the team we lose.
I don't think
With
it was
Moti, are
Nader.
you saying?
Time out.
Are you saying is?
Listen, I'm going to tell you guys. Listen,
That's Hussity.
This is the
Don't put that
problem
on
with
Nader.
our
That's on
league.
Hussity.
this is
There's
our
the
problem
coach.
with our league. People want the glory without doing the work.
Wow.
Hussity.
Okay, that's the problem. As soon as they start doing the work and playing the roles, teams will win. Look at Maher's team and Fujo Maher, coached by the champion Asri. Look at that. That team moved the ball. Nobody was trying to find glory. Maybe Mati towards the end
So
of
it
the
wasn't
game,
because he
but
had the two top
other
scorers in
than
the
that-
league. The average team in a 35 and older scores 35 points a game. Mati and Fuji, mashallah, average 40 together. So come on, pull over and buckle up, cuz.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Asi's not a champion. He coached a game and a half.
You shouldn't talk about the 35 and over. You're not significant in that league. You should. Let's talk about the 30 and over.
What
Oh, wait
league-
a minute.
what
You're
league-
not in that league either. My bad.
which league I'm not as significant in, you scrub?
I don't know, Billy. I don't know.
Hey, we got
I don't know.
Nader.
No, because
Listen,
AB's uncomfortable right now
When
because
you were
another
out, when you
Palestinian hijacked the
didn't
show.
play, listen. When you didn't play, your team went 4-0 when you didn't play.
Yeah,
Billy.
yeah. You want to talk about?
team
Hold
went
on.
4-0.
Hold on. You
That
want to?
tells me
I meant-
something. That tells
man.
me
You want to talk about Ferris and his 0 for 14? Why don't you mention your brother going 0 for 10 against the semifinal game? You scrub.
No, See, but my brother.
Go
plays
sell your
defense. He's
shoes, bro.
defensive player of the year.
Okay,
Go sell your
hold
shoes,
on,
leave us
Billy,
alone.
Billy,
No,
He was
stop.
defensive player of the year. My brother was defensive player of the year.
Because he had the commissioner
played
as his captain. That's why.
Nader, relax. Or Billy, come on now.
Hey,
Remember,
listen.
you're on the show. You gotta
okay.
listen.
No, but
It's okay, it's
AB,
okay.
AB, you're the only.
I'm coming
you and
by,
Ferris
I'm-
the only one-
I'm body slamming you.
Listen. You, AB, Ferris, Moti, and Omar, the only ones with common sense. I'm going to tell you guys something. Billy was out of the game. He didn't play for 4 games in a row. Their team won.
Your team was last place. You scrub. Stop talking.
Listen,
You got
listen,
knocked out in the
listen,
first
listen.
round.
but I'm trying to tell you guys.
Stop.
I'm trying to tell you.
Stop defending
it's
your
all
fake-ass
about
cousin.
There's
team.
nobody defending you.
Go sell your shoes. Nobody wants to hear from you right now, bro.
Right now,
What's
hey,
the promotional
if
code?
You
It's about
guys,
team ball.
if you guys want to
It's
know the
about
definition
team
of
ball.
Promotional code. I need it.
People like Billy,
triggered, right now,
players like
Billy
are
is
not
triggered.
significant anymore.
Stop.
His team, bro,
They're not significant.
he has no leg to stand on.
Players like
We're
Billy.
live. Bring it down.
No. He
Guys,
has no leg to
hold
stand
on.
on.
We got
His team was last place. He failed as a captain,
need to play
and it's
team
because everybody
ball.
loves him. I love him too, but everybody
Play
loves
team
him. That's
ball.
why he's getting away with it. But his team was last place. He didn't do nothing.
All right, and then Nader, do you
My
want?
team was- listen,
Yeah, let
we
me
had
answer.
one guy in Saudi Arabia. We had another
Excuses,
guy
bro.
that was,
Excuses.
he was here, but he was somewhere else.
You had the best scorer in the
mean,
league
we-
on your team. You didn't know how to use him. Nabil, come home. Leave this guy alone. Go sell your shoes, Nader.
Nah. Nabil was.
It is
Nabil
Mike
was
Jensen. It is Mike Jensen.
All right,
Nabil was a perfect. Nabil Nabil can play a role to make sure the team wins, Billy.
And your
You
team didn't
did
win
not
8th
play
place.
that role. That's why your team
What kind of
lost,
goals did
because
he
you
do?
didn't know how to play that role.
We went further than you guys did, you scrub. Your team was 8th place.
It doesn't
What
matter.
roles, goals? There's no goals.
It doesn't matter. You went further because of my brother, defensive player of the year.
All right.
Not because of you, believe me.
Okay.
all right,
Believe
Nader.
me, not because of you.
Nader, you got any final comments so that we could also?
Yeah, I
get-
want to talk about. Listen, I want to talk about my shoes. They're here between size men's 8 and size men's 9.5.
I thought it was
There's
10
a
and
few
a half.
10s. No, there's no 10.5. But
Yeah,
they're
I'm-
brand new. They're still in the box. They're
pull
beautiful.
up the
Cross from
picture.
Dearborn High. Yeah, go ahead and throw the picture in the comments if you can.
Yeah, I'm for sure gonna definitely try to swing by afterwards. But thank you for the phone call, Nader. I appreciate you, man.
It was a pleasure, guys.
I'm going to come body slam you, Nader.
Have a great day.
Habibi.
All right, there you guys go. All right,
He's so funny. I love
So
it.
first of all, we got Bosch team never won a chip without Moti. I'm just saying that's Hamada.
Facts.
And then Bosch just said Nader is my favorite player. My favorite player. All right. And then we need more love and positivity. Free marketing. Nader's a genius. Yeah, that Nader did a great job. All right. So to go back now, Billy, you're a coach of a team.
Larry's Legends.
Larry's Legends. Okay. What are your thoughts on that team? What is your expectations?
I love my team.
They're missing a point guard.
I love my team.
Are you guys missing a point guard?
No, we're not.
They stop, Billy. And nobody.
We can put Nabil the point easily.
Then that's what you need.
Who's
to
the
do.
team, by the way? Wanna name off some of the
Listen.
people?
It's Fadas just said it's too early.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to get cohesive. They're trying to gel together. They're trying to play together. They're trying to figure each other out. It's going to take a few games before we acclimate and overcome these challenges together as a team. That's the purpose of the regular season.
Can we pause for 10 seconds?
Yeah.
Billy, take 3 deep breaths. Nader's got you. Just calm.
I'm not triggered,
No,
man.
you would just take.
Abee,
Take a
Abee.
couple deep breaths.
No,
I
it's
don't
his
wa-
cousin.
I don't
He
feel
likes
it.
Yeah.
No,
protecting him.
stop. We're not doing that. I'm talking about right now. I don't feel like we can even have a conversation about this. I said you don't have a point guard. You almost ripped my head off.
Because
Take a deep
AB is
breath. Take a
notorious
deep breath.
for setting
What?
traps. That's like
No
Ferris said.
trap, bro. You guys don't have a point guard.
We have a point guard. We have a great point guard.
Who's
Omar
that?
Taha.
He's your point guard.
He's my point
Okay.
guard. Nabil can play point guard. He's been playing point
I
guard
didn't
since he was 2
say.
years old.
I didn't say he couldn't.
Who's the
play.
team? Who else is on the team? There's all people in my mind.
2-time Mo Sufi.
Oh, really?
Larry Legend, Larry Bird, a.k.a. Larry Smith. Nabil South End GOAT.
Mm.
We got Omar Taha. We got JJ, hamtramck's finest.
Yeah.
And we got Assam,
Uh-huh.
defender. We got a great team.
Yeah,
It's
and you
just knowing how to post stuff together.
and being the coach of that team, you missed the player.
Which player?
It's your team. You tell me.
You tell me. Maybe I forgot somebody.
You did.
I chazan till 4 a.m. last night. What do you mean?
They
Who do you
have-
miss?
they
You know who
have
you're talking
They have
about?
Sufi's cousin Mahmoud.
Oh yeah, Mahmoud Nasser. He's I was the one who told him to draft him.
Oh yeah, I told him to draft him. But I forgot to mention.
I did forget him. Hey, big shout out to Mahmoud.
That's
Well,
a starting
I
player-
got
that's
you.
a starting player too.
I play him
Yeah,
every week.
Did you bench him?
Hey, listen, there's already a contract negotiation in place right now. We need Moti back on payroll, said Bosch. Hey, so
Hey, get Aussie out of here.
Email me the contract.
Ooh.
All right, he said, Fattest, you're wanted in hamtramck FIFA King. That's Jose. Shout out to Jose. I mean, are you a FIFA King? Are you the FIFA King?
You,
Or?
yeah,
I can't let you walk around with that name, Fattest. We're going to have to make sure we address that, soon. I mean, I'm not the greatest in FIFA, but I'll take a challenge up, anytime. Then we got Hamada, Larry team well-rounded, but Billy has Billy has to really coach his blink off in order to get
Who said
them.
that?
Hamada. He just wanted to make sure that you're going to have to coach really well to get that team to where they need to
My
be.
man, Hamad, I
I
appreciate
mean,
you, bro.
right now, again, what I was saying when Nader called, you got Faddis's team, Bosch's team. They're going to be unreal before Mohad comes back. If Mohad comes back, you know what I mean. It's going to change people's roles up. Omar's vision, what they're going to do is just going to be ridiculous. Nader and Manet's team looks really good. The Jahmis, I think Kamal needs to play more to his strength. He's trying to run point guard, or not run point guard. He's trying to be the scorer when he's got a great supporting cast. Be the point guard. Take your shots when you need to take the shots. Do what you got, but you got to get your guys more involved. There's some decent teams, man. I feel like a couple new guys got set up. There's some controversy right now. I mean, with Bosch putting what he put on the chat right before we opened up. There's rumors about a new captain that might not be playing anymore or something like that. I've already heard of a couple names of guys that are supposed to replace him.
Who's that?
Mike Williams. Talking about Mike Williams, he might not be playing. Some court issues.
So who would replace Mike Williams?
Want to clarify court issues so people don't think it's real.
Oh,
Yeah,
basketball
basketball
court
court,
issues.
yeah.
Thank you, Father.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my mind's not in the streets.
Yeah.
That's what not.
I'm in a comfortable setting right now
Yeah.
amongst true gentlemen. I wouldn't think of court in the court system.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So,
Wrong group of friends.
to wrap up the LOL League talk, all right? I mean, like you guys said, it's been 1 week, so a lot of things can change from now until the end of the season. But I guess to wrap it up, any major news, anything else that's behind the scenes has kind of been, do you guys see the courts maybe switching, or that's something that's not going to happen at all? I mean,
We've been doing this for this fourth season now at Access.
Yeah.
We're getting older. Yeah, the court is getting tougher for us, but I mean, do we really need to switch the venue?
It's all Nader's fault. He's plotting.
I mean,
His cousin is plotting.
who's torn their ACLs or MCLs on that court?
Yeah, Ayala blew out his Achilles, and
I
we're,
didn't
we're
know
not even in the league. We're talking 10 years ago playing pickup.
But that,
Access?
those stuff happened. But
Yeah, Access. Moti blew out his ACL there.
I didn't know.
I mean, is it really that much of a difference between hardwood and concrete? Is it a subtle difference or is it a huge difference?
I know when I
don't know.
play.
I like Salina's court.
I know when I play
love slide.
outside. When I play outside, my knees hurt after
can't do-
playing outside. Like on
I
the
played last
concrete.
time. I can't feel my knees right now.
This is what I'm saying on concrete compared to
Hanley's good.
how they put the court
Hanley's a
up.
really good court. I like Hanley.
yeah, like him too.
It's just like we were talking before the show, before you got here. Unfortunately, the league is Dearborn dominated. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean?
It's not about moving to Hamtramck. I just think if there's another day you guys could get Salina,
I mean, are they using
For next year,
I mean,
I ain't talking about this
Faddis, you might know the answer to this, or Billy. Are they using Salina for the youth league?
Yeah, they are.
So that means that Salina's actually open throughout the summer.
Shout out to my team, the Big Tickets, by the way. Want to know?
I don't know how long the
Youth?
kids' youth is it until the end of the school year or is it through the summer?
It's through the summer, I'm pretty sure.
It's I got finishes the end of June. I got the schedule right here.
I mean,
maybe start the year maybe in July.
I mean, if
30
it's
and up.
court
I mean,
shoot-
it'd be the same liability with the kids, with the adults too. You know what I'm trying
The
to
last
say,
week
though?
is 6/23.
Like if the reasoning they're not using Salina is because the school's closed.
Yeah.
Because we that's why our league
I don't think that's the
our
reason.
35.
Because
Oh.
the school's closing on the 16th and the kids are the youth
No, the
program.
school's not closed.
What,
This is-
what about summer school? What about summer school?
School's still open for the next 2 weeks for administration.
Oh, okay.
So they still have access to the building and the gym. So that's why I think they're giving another week.
I mean, a school's
See, that-
never really closed as long as you have access to the
Well,
gym.
that makes
Like,
sense.
You
That
could
makes sense.
always use the school.
But there's obviously liability and stuff. I
There's,
mean,
nobody signs a contract when they play, so there's a liability for everybody. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just that do they want to?
I think when we do our registration, we're signing a waiver.
Yeah.
Without knowing.
Well,
I'm
I mean,
telling you, I guarantee.
CRSD has the insurance.
Inshallah, nothing ever happens.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, in regards to playing Aslina, just having some like the janitor open up or something. That's all it is. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, for sure. Well, listen, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Look at that. Nader put I would draft Fattest over Billy, but then did a $2 donation. Shout out to Nader. Donation as well.
That's how much his jump shot's worth, by the way. $2.
There you go. We appreciate him.
You triggered Billy Nader. You couldn't wait till after the show because now we got to deal with a triggered Billy for the next.
Stop sucking up to your cousin, man. He's his fourth cousin.
Triggered.
Anybody that's Palestinian is his cousin.
You guys are funny. You guys are funny.
Triggered.
Hey, we're gonna run the second ad of today.
Nader knows I love him.
What's your Ham and Time True Value Hardware? Shout out to Bassam Goba, Hadnan Goba,
Hey.
and everybody over there.
Can we call Sufi? You think he'll answer his phone?
He's going to add.
Yeah, we will go to the ad, but we can talk about it after
Oh, I
the ad.
thought. Okay, my bad.
No, you're fine.
This was about. I thought we were already in.
Yeah, so
I
shout
didn't
out.
know. I didn't know I was live when I said that.
No, it's okay. Shout out to Mo Sufi though. We're gonna run the Hammer Time ad, and then we are going to talk some NBA Finals and Monty Williams coming to Detroit. I definitely want to put my 2 cents in on this too because we definitely gotta talk about that. So go ahead, Yusuf, run the Hammer Time ad, and then we'll go from there.
Hammer Time True Value Hardware. Hammer Time True Value Hardware has all of your hardware needs. They have items for cooling, heating, lawn care, plumbing, electrical, and much more. They have great service, great prices. If you want to shop local, then look no further than Hammer Time True Value Hardware, the best hardware store in the Detroit hamtramck area. The Detroit location is 16380 East Warren Avenue, Detroit, Michigan. Shout out to BG, shout out to Adnan, and everybody over there at Hammer Time True Value Hardware.
Yeah, but we want to answer mine.
Play the host role.
Yeah, that's true.
What
Yeah.
It's part of the job description, right?
There you go. Yes, Abee is the host today, by the way.
Co-host call for you.
Listen, Emmett, please.
Just
Please,
give him your phone.
Emmett.
You talk, baby.
Emmett.
All right, let me disconnect off of my Bluetooth. But
Who's Emmett? Who's Emmett? Smith?
Emmett Smith right there.
all right, so with
This
that,
is a Cowboys
with that
fan
said,
because him and
it's-
Emmett.
let me
which
see
one? Is
it.
it the iPhone 208?
No, I'm about to get you on right now. Just refresher. While we're here waiting, right quick, I do want to quickly say, so the Pistons made some big news this week in signing Monty Williams. We'll start off with you, Moti, because I know you were too involved with the LOL 30 plus league talk. So you got Pistons signing Monty Williams, which we were talking about last week, how he declined to come to Detroit, but then he had 72 million reasons to come to Detroit.
6 years, 7
So now it kind of changed it up a little bit. But long story short, Moti, I mean, I already know that you're excited, but talk to us, man. Why is this a great signing for the Pistons?
Yeah, honestly, when he got fired from Phoenix, we were talking about it immediately. We're like, let's go get Monty. You know what I'm saying? When first reports came out that the Pistons were gonna offer $10 million a year, I was like, damn, $10 million is a lot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? We need somebody like that. But I love the move. Don't get me wrong, it's a lot of money. That's $12 million a year for a coach. I know there's no salary cap on coaches, but he was definitely the best candidate out there for our team. I think he's a good teacher. I think he's a good a developer. I think he's a good coach also. I know, he gets critiqued for not winning the big games. You know what I'm saying? But here in Detroit, all we need him to do is take us to the next level, which is the playoffs, and then we'll see after that.
So it's funny though. A really good friend of mine is a huge Phoenix Suns fan. Huge. He said one of the biggest problems he had with the coach is the coach has issues with the players. Like Jay Crowder left because like they got into it really bad, like off season and during the season. They said one of the biggest things with the DeAndre Ayton when they were talking about trading him and like DeAndre Ayton's downfall, like there was and I forgot what he said specifically, but there was something specific between Monty and Ayton, excuse me, that it was like it was childish, but it was something that couldn't be resolved. Like neither one of them wanted to like be the bigger man or something like that. So with him coming to the Pistons, if that's true, if those background stories true, and he has kind of a hard time with certain players. I don't know. I'm not saying either of those two players, Jay Crowder and Ayton, don't seem to be like divas, but you're coming to a very young team. You know what I mean? We're very young. We're building up. You really ain't done nothing yet, so you can't really have that huge ego. Like, do you see that maybe being a problem?
Listen, man, you named two players, right? You named Ayton and you named
Crowder.
All right, again, two players are not the superstars of the team.
No, and I understand.
All
I'm
right?
just saying. But
I know Ayton is a key part, but he struggled. All right, Ayton is not that guy. Crowder is not that guy. By the way, those two guys are divas. You know, so a coach like Monty demands respect, bro, and I think when him coming to a young team, he's gonna get that respect because nobody in the Pistons is proven. They're all young, trying to find their way in the league. So him, being there is gonna, they gotta listen to him. They gotta adjust, and me personally, I think he's gonna make them better players all around.
What's your thoughts, Faris?
I mean, he did have great teams with Phoenix before they made the trade. I thought they were always good contenders in the West. My concern was when they, I had a feeling they were not going to do any damage in the playoffs. Why? Because they traded their whole roster. You got Kevin Durant, you had Booker, and you had nobody literally on the bench. And you got to have a bench in the playoffs to make it to the next round. My thing is as soon as they lost and they got eliminated, they got rid of the coach. Usually when a star player like Durant, superstar, he wants to know the future of the roster. What's your plans before I go there? What's the outlook on the coach's future? You would think he would defend Monty, but like, hey, you better not get rid of him. I'm coming here, but they got rid of him, and that tells me that did Durant wanted him out, or he was okay with it? I mean, good thing is he's got a lot of experience that he's learned from the past, from those situations. So he's not going to make those same mistakes if they were mistakes or if he did have those issues with those players. And he's got a lot of younger players with smaller contracts, and those are a lot to deal with. Easier to deal with than these guys that are looking for big contracts, stuff like that. So the coaching experiences are there. And he played in the competitive West, so hopefully he could bring that tenacity to the Pistons and make them.
So if you own a team, Faris, for an example, and your coach took you to that Western Conference Finals and took you to an NBA Finals once, but you're just not winning. You can't get over that hump. How much leeway, how much slack do you give that person, or is it time to find? Because you're like you said, what Durant's maybe asking.
Sometimes it's just. The matchups. Who did they lose to?
Denver. I call it.
I
think I'm the.
They lost. Well, this year they had no shot. I think they made that trade. I don't think they were looking for this year only. They had
Chris
no
Paul
bench.
was hurt too.
Chris Paul got hurt.
And you're right. They traded Cam Johnson and.
They traded some valuable players.
What was his name again?
Mikal Bridges.
Mikal went off when he went to Brooklyn. Just went off.
Defensively, they were there. Offensively, they were spreading the court. You get rid of those guys, and then you look at your bench. There's nobody there. I had a feeling that it's one of those bridge trades where, let's finish this off this year. Let's do our best, but we're going to focus on next year and the future years.
Well, you're talking about having Durant and
Booker.
Yeah, Booker. You can't win with those two.
Well, LeBron and Davis couldn't win.
They had no bad. But look what happened in the 35 and over. You had Mattia and Fujo. They were able to pull it.
This guy's funny. Billy, what are your thoughts on Monty Williams coming to Detroit?
I kind of feel like I'm happy he's here, but I feel a certain way because initially he said he didn't want to come here. Then when they gave him more money, like, what are you here for? Are you here for the money or are you here for the program? You get what I'm saying? That's what I feel about it.
I didn't know that.
Because when they offered him, they gave him $72 million to come here. It wasn't because I want to go to Detroit. I want to coach that team, whatever. I understand they gave him a bigger incentive, but what's your intentions, right? If you're doing it for the money, then we're in a bad spot, right? That's the way I think about it.
What happened to what's his name? Frank Vogel, a candidate for the Pistons?
100%.
What do you mean? They're talking about Frank Vogel now going to Phoenix.
He is in
Phoenix
Phoenix.
now. He's a Phoenix.
Oh, he did get it's official. Okay.
Yeah, but for me, if somebody says I don't want to come here, I wouldn't offer them more money to come. If you don't want to come here, don't come here.
All right,
I don't
so
want you here.
I want to just quickly now just share my 2 cents, a couple things, because I'm gonna go from one thing to another. So starting off, you guys brought up some great points. Wallah, I like what you said about you do have to question that Kevin Durant. If I'm an owner of a team, I'm gonna go to my star players, get their opinions on the situation before I make a rash decision like that. Personally, I would. I mean, I know not a lot of owners would do that. They just make a decision themselves. Who knows if that's what happened? But Matt Ishbia is the owner. Shout out to
I was
MSU.
just about to, I was just about to say that. If anything, you should have the inside.
Yeah, so shout out to
track
Matt
of it.
Ishbia.
Call-
I ain't gonna lie to you though. I was, I love him because all the things he does for MSU, he'd be throwing money for us. But in terms of what he's been doing right now so far for Phoenix, it's a little questionable because I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm a big fan of Monty Williams. Yes, it's also kind of like weird because he did turn down the first time, but like we were talking about last week, what do we have to offer as this place? Like he just came back from a team that, like we said, went to the finals. Went to the Western Conference finals as well, and got all this.
Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah, Phoenix, Arizona. Like, let's be real, guys. Like, I mean, we're from this state and around the area. Like, we're homers. But like from an outsider's perspective, like I was mad at Ime Udoka, but then I thought about it. I was like, man, he went to Houston. You know what I mean?
Can I interject 1 second?
Yeah.
We got a lot to offer. Based on all our picks, based on Kate Cunningham coming back
compared to other
based on the young
teams.
talent, compared to other teams. Okay, but what did he do
And
with
other cities,
What did
by
he
the
do
way.
with Booker and Durant, Ayton?
I know, but I'm just saying, like in
You
terms of
talk
like,
about Booker, Durant, Ayton.
overall thing, like the city. Like I love.
I mean,
Detroit.
we got
I'll
Ham, we
stand for
got
Detroit.
hamtramck, Michigan, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I mean, what do you guys think?
We got Balkan House, great food, restaurant. But so my point is that it's hard. So yes, we're gonna have to give a guy more money to come over here, guys. Like
I agree.
So this is what I was saying yesterday. I was talking to somebody about this. Like we're losers, Detroit fans, man. We're so losers that we're not so used to winning. We don't know what it takes to win. We've been losing for so long that like we're scared to take a step forward in the right direction. You go and get your guy. Who is the best coach available? We're about to sign an assistant coach who has no experience and just want to rebuild for 3 years. This is a sign the Pistons are ready to start winning. Sign number one. You get yourself a coach, you pay him, you get him in the room, and now it's like, okay, we got our coach now. Now we can start making moves. Guys, we have like the top 3 salary cap in the NBA. Like we are finally free of every bad contract we had. You know what I'm saying? Like we have all good contracts on our team. We're young, and now we have our coach. Now we can begin saying like, hey, sign in trades or make moves. Maybe not this year where we're going to rebuild, but don't be surprised. Pistons are aggressive in the offseason.
Wasn't Weaver doing all that stuff before?
Not really, though. It was smart, calculated moves with Weaver, but now we could be a little bit more aggressive now, I feel like. Like now we can actually go after a tier 2 player and, doing a signing trade or be like, hey, we got this money. Come to Detroit. You know what I'm saying? We got Cade Cunningham. We got Duren. We got a number 5 pick, which, by the way, don't be surprised if Pistons don't trade that pick. Like, that could be it right there. Like, we trade the 5th pick for we were talking about Pascal Siakam. I don't know if that's a guy that we would want, but just throwing it out that kind of level of a player who's not tier 1, but might be tier 2. Like, it's time to be aggressive. Like, the Knicks got Jalen Brunson. A player like that can come in and change the landscape of the team. I don't know who's out there that can do that for us immediately, but I'm telling you, it's the first sign the Pistons are saying, hey, we're done with this nonsense. We got our guy. We paid him the most money in NBA history. But so what, man? We should be proud that we're taking that next step. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not just sitting back and signing an assistant coach who has no history of coaching, being a head coach. Who knows what's going to happen? We got Monty. He has, for those, there might be rumors about his relationship with some players, but overall, man, people say he's a great players coach. He connects with them. He played in the league recently, and he has a history of winning, regular season wise. Dude, we should be excited.
Who was he assistant for before he became a coach?
That's a great question.
He was assistant on the Olympic team because he became coach of the New Orleans Pelicans right away.
Oh, okay. So he wasn't like on the bench for a while.
Was he?
I don't know. I'm not gonna be able
That's
to.
a good question,
that.
Vettis.
But my point is, though, guys, really like who is there to offer? Like, do y'all want Frank Vogel? I didn't.
I mean, I was just saying. I'm
just throwing that out there. Like,
Yeah.
who else was out there? Like, it was all a bunch of assistants. You got Frank Vogel. I wanted Ime Udoka, but obviously he didn't want to come here. So it's like, bro, I think we got the second, if not the first best person in coaching of this tree.
Isn't that getting old? That nobody wants to come to Detroit.
That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Like, it's sad.
You were getting on that, but like, isn't it getting old? Like, it's not just recent, man. In fact, it's like when we were growing up, man. There was a lot of stories of different people that were like they just hated coming to Detroit.
No,
like,
Muhammad makes a good point. You got to overpay a little bit to get these guys in because what do we have to offer?
He was the assistant coach
the team,
for
the team situation,
Sixers, by
the
way.
city. What do you have to offer? So you got to
mean,
offer
the
100
city's
million.
on the up and
we'll
up,
give you
man.
115. Come by. Okay, I'll take that.
go to Houston. Houston ain't that.
But that's
If Ronaldo can do it, anybody else can too.
Yeah,
but at the
throw
same
money
time,
at
you don't
him.
want to rush into bad contracts and put yourself in a bad situation.
that's true. I mean, that's why they got to be smart.
So
He was assistant for the Sixers under Brett Brown.
Is there an echo in here?
Yeah, Billy just said that. But
Oh,
yeah.
man, I dozed off.
Moti, it's okay.
Hey,
it's very easy to
man,
ignore Billy.
But let me tell you something right now. Listen, Detroit is building. Like, guys, I feel like there's like foundational pieces you got to do, right? I think it starts off with the GMs, which I think now Detroit. I'm not saying Pistons. The whole Detroit. This is the best GM coaching combination I think we've had ever. From the Red Wings to the Tigers to the Pistons to the Lions.
Yeah.
wow.
Like, look at all of our coaches.
I mean, what a
Monty
Right.
Williams. I forgot who's the Red Wings coach. What's his name again, man?
Steve Eiserman?
Scott.
no,
No,
Blashill, right?
The,
What is it?
GM.
No,
Who was
it ain't Blasher anymore. It's
I thought it
is Iserman's boy from the Lightning.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about current.
Yeah,
Yeah,
currently.
yeah.
That's what I
thought-
meant to say.
Okay, I think
Yeah.
you said ever.
So, like, right, I'm talking about just as a city of Detroit.
Yeah.
To me, we got some great coaches finally. Every team is like in a situation where our coaches matter and our GMs matter. And now it's time to start doing it, man. Like, I'm sick and tired of losing, guys. Like, we're going to have to pay more. Y'all want to lose or do y'all want to start winning? Like, at least be relevant, man. Like, when was the last time a Detroit sports team made a playoffs? Like, it's literally been since like 2018 or something. Like, it's bad out here, man.
Last time was with Reggie Jackson, man.
Yeah. So we need something. I'm talking about any Detroit team.
Yo, Reggie Jackson is on the bench of the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, he's chilling. Might get a ring.
Bruce Brown.
Probably will.
Bruce Brown's getting more playing time than Reggie.
I mean,
Yes.
Bruce Brown deserves every
You,
minute.
you ever notice like these Pistons players that were terrible here go out and they just become amazing like Dinwiddie and Bruce
Yeah.
Brown?
The other players, bro.
Yep.
Oh, they got Ish Smith, yeah, and then
Oh, wow.
Katavius Carver.
Well, look at former
So-
Pistons, all of them
Hey, but
on that team.
Reggie Jackson was relevant last year, so it's crazy.
He was.
My bad.
I remember him last year.
So it's
Yeah.
crazy how 1 year makes a
So we're talking about Denver, and we're talking about.
I mean, this guy got
basketball.
paid. This guy got paid because Russell Westbrook went down in Oklahoma City for a minute, and this guy stepped up for 16 games and got
Yeah, James
paid.
Harden was coming off the bench.
I think a lot of people
Like
underrate
Scott,
him.
like
He
when
was-
the Lions
Red Jackson's
signed,
a baller.
like when the Lions
I think he's a
signed
baller.
Scott Mitchell when Dan Marino got hurt and Scott Mitchell had a year.
Yo,
let's
Scott Mitchell
bring-
was all right.
No, I mean,
He was all right.
okay, he was a gunslinger. He was like a
Johnny
Kurt,
Moore,
He was like a
Kurt
quick,
Moore.
yeah. He was like a Kurt Warner.
Yeah, so we're gonna now talk about the NBA.
He was no Troy
Finals.
Aikman.
Can we run the Juice Box ad though, and hamtramck? Shout out to Juice Box. Then we are gonna talk about the NBA Finals, and then might even touch on some Detroit sports as well. Stop holding back, Abee. Speak your mind, said Nader El Abed. All right, so he just wanted to make sure he threw that out there as well. So shout out to Juice Box and
Do
hamtramck.
you have any size 14, Nader?
Juice Box and hamtramck. Juice Box and hamtramck is a new business that we've all been waiting for. If you're looking for a place with the best smoothies, milkshakes, ice cream, crepes, cereal bars, and slushies, then Juice Box and hamtramck is your one-stop shop. You can try things like their Biscoff or Nutella shakes, crepes, watermelon blasts, strawberry burst or mango smoothies, as well as cereal options such as Fruit Loops, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and Fruity Pebbles. They even have a comfortable outdoor patio/courtyard area that you and your friends can enjoy while trying those delicious drinks. So be sure to stop by Juice Box in Hamtramck. Location is 11647 Joseph Campo Avenue, and be ready to leave there with a big smile on your face. And if you're on the run, order your drink from their new Juice Box app, downloadable on all of your smartphone devices.
They definitely do.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, the city burned down.
So let's talk about the NBA Finals. All right, you got Denver played. Man, they look like a championship team. The Denver Nuggets played really well. I mean, Miami started to make a little bit of noise towards the end of the game. If you think about it, Miami played really bad.
That's
and
I
only-
was just about to say that.
Yeah.
If you watch the game, Denver went up what they went up, but like Miami just, They shot a lot of threes.
They stunk it up.
That's what they do.
Yeah, but yes, but they all don't. They a lot of Boston. Listen, last two games, game 5 or game 6 and 7 in Boston. There's a lot of pain points. There's a lot of pick and rolls. Yeah, Bam. Listen, Bam almost hit triple doubles. He had 6 to 8 assists a game from just running pick and roll from the top of the key. You get the ball by the free throw line. How many times you find Duncan Robinson when Duncan Robinson had to pay him because they kept running him off the 3-point line? The guy came in for easy layups. Listen, you shoot 2 free throws. You missed a lot of shots. And it was still, with it, even at the end of the game, it was still almost what got to as close as 9?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is Denver played amazing too, but it's not going to be a blowout. It's not going to be a sweep.
Don't forget, Abee Jokic didn't go off though. He did everything, a little bit of everything, but he didn't get his 40.
Because of Miami's defense.
What you about to say, Faddis?
You want them to go and attack the paint. Denver's a lot bigger team, 1 through 5, and they're putting Gordon on Butler. So you think that's going to make it easier? Who was guarding him in Boston? It wasn't no Gordon. Gordon's a big guy, and he's athletic and long.
Yeah,
Derek White.
And you got Porter, who's 6'10", 6'11". You got Jokic, 7 foot. They got some big boys, so it's not that easy just to go attack the paint. I mean,
Yeah, but you can't settle.
that's not their style.
Yeah, but you can't settle. You can't settle for the way they played. You can't shoot that many threes, and you can't sit there and not.
That's what they do.
Okay, so they do that, and they only get to they get to the free throw line the lowest in the entire NBA. They're the lowest percentage. Like what I'm trying to, because that wasn't their game.
So my thing is, first of all, I do think it's going to be a gentleman's sweep. I think it's going to be 5 games. I think Denver is just a better team. I think Miami might battle them, but I just think Miami is just a little bit. I want Miami to win just for Jimmy Butler's
I
case.
think Miami's a better team. It's that Denver has better talent.
I don't know, man. Denver to me is loaded, man.
Denver is
Talk
low.
about as a team, they play together and they're gritty.
I was surprised the way they played coming off a 10-day break.
Yeah.
9-day break.
Yeah.
I don't think it was that long.
I thought they were gonna be rusty. These guys.
No, they're in the gym, man.
Well, it wasn't that long.
Probably 8 days, 7 days.
I think it was 7.
Yeah,
They're not just sitting down just because they got 8.
It was. I think it was like
off
the. I think it was a. I think
They
it was,
came out. They didn't miss a beat.
I think it was the second longest
And,
break.
and what I think is advantage is that they just finished off LeBron James and Anthony Davis on those Lakers
Swept them.
and swept them.
Yeah, they didn't get beat up.
And now they're playing a less talented personnel. I think they're the better team and they're prepared for it a lot better.
Well, 100%.
and they're
better
well
team.
coached. Everyone keeps talking about the Miami guy. They got a really good coach.
They're
really
they do definitely got more talent. You got the MVP. You know, not the MVP, but he didn't win it this year. It was Embiid. But we were talking about this a month ago when we got on the show. Like everybody in here, I remember Bosch was here, a couple guys. Everybody Phoenix in 6, Phoenix in 7. I said, give me Denver in 6. Like you guys are taking away what this team's done. Jamal Murray's back and he's playing. He's showing himself. But then again, I love Miami. I was gonna wear my whole Miami hookup. You know what I mean? What that team's done, the way they fought, the way they were trying to get. I still feel like. I feel like it's gonna be a series. I feel like Miami's still got a chance to even steal tonight's game.
If they lose today, is it over?
No, because Denver did what they were supposed to do. Denver protected home court. If they go into Miami and they win the game in Miami, it's over.
Of course, we already know that.
But you're saying if they don't win today, if Miami don't win today, is it over? No, Denver's protecting home court. If Miami goes home and wins the 2 games at home, because they switched the format now, it's back to 2-2-1-1-1.
But Jokic made a good point.
What's that?
Every series, Miami won game 1 away. That's why they had the advantage of those series.
Okay.
If they go down 2-0, they don't have the advantage at all. So
Moti, what are your thoughts on the series?
Yeah, man. I think Denver is loaded. I don't know what everybody's talking about. People always talk when they talk Denver, they always mention the Joker and Jamal, but I think they're a loaded team. More than those 2 players. But going back to the series, I think Denver's gonna take it 4-0 sweep. I don't even think it's gonna be I don't think Miami's gonna get 1 game. In the finals, there's extra lights, there's extra media. You know, there's extra phone calls, there's extra messages. So you guys act like pressure is not there. You know,
Miami been there.
But pressure on who?
Where in the bubble?
But pressure on who?
The bubble's no fans.
Hold on, okay, but pressure
No
on
media,
who?
no lights.
Hold on, pressure on who? Denver's never
Miami.
Denver's never been there.
No.
You're acting like these guys have won 2-3 straight championships.
Denver,
Hey,
Denver
they've
just
been-
showed us. Denver just showed us what kind of team they had when they swept the Lakers. The Lakers were
Okay,
were a good
that wasn't.
team.
But that wasn't. the
Lakers
fi-
were a good team,
But
right?
that wasn't the finals. That wasn't the bright light.
Again,
that
Lakers
wasn't the
were-
Texas
Lakers
and
were
the
a
phone
great
calls.
team.
Moti.
Yeah, exactly.
They were the best team since the trade.
So-
I think.
Since the All Star break.
Yeah, so for them to sweep them, man, they were mentally they're ready to go.
Okay.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
you just
They
used,
got the Joker.
but
That's all you
you
gotta
just
say.
but you just used. Let me tell you what
Yeah.
you used. The buildup you just
Yeah.
used was it's the finals and
Yes.
bright lights and the Texas and
I didn't make my point. I was gonna make my point about
okay,
that.
go. I'm just
So-
saying you made it
so
seem
I
like
bring that
Denver's
up.
done there.
No. So I bring that up because Miami shot horrible from the field. Okay, they were missing open shots. AB.
They just went through a
they had
7-game series.
Again,
they just
they
came
had-
off of a grueling
They got the shots.
heavyweight fight.
Yeah, they got the shots that they were were supposed to make. They didn't make them.
Okay.
Strus went like 0 for 9.
0 for 9.
You know what I'm saying?
Robinson 1 for 7.
My man, yeah, exactly.
And the coach, Denver's coach, didn't make a good idea. He said if we don't protect the threes, it's not going to be a lot closer than
Absolutely.
They're going to win some games.
So what's the reason of them, missing all those shots?
I just said it.
Wasn't the bright
I
light.
just said it. Denver,
But-
you guys just okay. So
but
so
baby, stop. I know what you're trying to say.
no, thank you.
But at the same time, he did admit that Denver's team, his team, played not well.
Who?
The coach.
Who
Denver
admitted
coach.
that?
Like,
But
they
that's not.
didn't-
But that's not what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
they played bad. They missed, I think, 16.
He's saying that Miami missed all this, and what's the? Miami just went 7 games against Boston. They went a whole 7 games, Eastern Conference Finals, back and forth. These games came down to the end. Like you talk about the emotional roller coaster of being up 3-0, letting them tie the game. Should have ended it in game 6. Derek White with the 0.2 second putback. The whole, bro, they just came off of a heavyweight bout.
That's Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo. Those guys can make the excuse that they're exhausted.
What?
How about guys like
What?
Duncan Robinson and Strus? These are
Oh,
strictly
forget Duncan Robinson.
3-point shooters. This is what they get paid to do. You know,
Okay.
If they don't,
Okay.
look, if they don't knock down 3-point shot, they're irrelevant in the NBA. Get them out the NBA. That's
Wow.
what they do.
Okay.
So-
People have bad
so-
nights.
No, it's
0 for 9. It's tough.
Let me
it
tell you-
happened.
Let me listen.
bro.
man.
And then
Hey,
they just flew to Denver.
Hey,
I
if
gotta
you're a
get something
three-point
off my chest.
specialist-
I gotta get something off
They
my
left
chest.
Boston, went to Miami, flew out to Denver. Like Moti, you acting like they had a week off. You acted like this.
Hey,
open shots.
Hold on. Can I just make a point,
Yeah.
Sheikh Abee? These guys are trained professionals. They've been playing at the highest level for a long time. They're not affected by the media or fans. Believe me. You gotta understand. You gotta understand the elevation in Denver is a whole different ballgame, right? They just came out of flight, like my man said, right? They got tired legs. Just came off 7-game series. You get what I'm saying? All that's a big factor into it. Once you get into professional sports or semi-professional sports like us, nothing affects you anymore.
And then hold on. But then again, you're talking about these undrafted guys that are making splashes in the NBA.
They're gonna adjust. I'm not saying they're
This
gonna
ain't the
win.
guy that was a lottery pick. Hold on. You're talking about 2 guys that came off the bench. Right now, due to injuries on this team, you got Victor Aldo, whatever his name is, that's out. Tyler Hero's not back yet. So you got these undrafted guys who stepped up, and you're talking about this guy going 0 for 9. And
Don't
0
give them
for-
no excuse now, though.
There's not
They
an
stepped up, they
excuse
stepped up.
because they're there. Listen to me, they're there. But my point is, you're making it like these guys are. They didn't just go through a
Hey.
grueling 7
He didn't
games.
say-
Professional
No,
teams.
denying- No, he's not denying that.
Hey,
It seems like you want Miami to win.
I'm a
Right,
Miami
right, that's
guy.
what it is,
Hell
that's what it
yeah.
is.
I want Miami to
Oh,
win. But I
absolutely.
think Denver's gonna win.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't make that clear. I feel like I didn't make it clear. I'm a Miami guy.
Okay.
hey,
I should
professional team.
But
Get up.
Right
Yeah,
quick,
but
I'm going before you go to the next topic. Hey, professional teams. Whenever a professional team know that they're going out to play Denver, whether it's football, basketball, hockey, what do these teams do? They fly out a few days early.
Because of the
Or a
elevation.
day, exactly. And they would practice
mile high.
just so they could get their breath.
But if you're a
Right.
professional, you would
Right?
know you need at least
So-
2 weeks to get used to it. It doesn't happen in 3 days, buddy.
Is it 2 days? Is it 2 weeks?
I used to live in Colombia. For
I don't
2
know.
years.
Maybe.
I lived in Bogota for 3 months.
And Taiwan, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I lived in Bogota for a few months, and the elevation is the same as Denver, right? I used to go to the gym every day. It was crazy. It took me like 3 months to get used to it.
Oh, really?
The same. It's not gonna happen in 3 days.
Well, he's our professional athlete.
I mean, it's like when you watch
Doesn't matter.
football, you see all those oxygen tanks on the side of the Denver Broncos games, like for
Absolutely.
the visiting team.
Absolutely.
It's. I mean, again,
So teams don't go to Denver and win.
I'm not saying that,
They're undefeated at home.
but I'm not.
Are they? Exactly.
They are in the playoffs, by the way. They are in the playoffs. Denver's
Yeah, but
undefeated
Denver's been destroying teams.
in the playoffs.
But my thing
Oh.
is again, I'm going off of your comment and the way it came out, but like,
You're telling me Bam's and Joker's in better shape than Bam.
Bam. First of all, Bam looks like garbage.
Well,
Bam had a
he
good
did
game.
since last series.
Garbage.
Hey,
Yes,
Bam had
yes.
a good game.
Offensively.
By the way-
like his little floaters and all that. Like
Those are
nothing.
those are going in.
No,
Yeah,
that's I watched. He couldn't
inside the free throw.
Last
he
game,
couldn't make-
last game he was 12 for 15.
Yeah,
What are you
yeah.
guys talking about?
But
No, the game one of the finals, he was missing everything.
What do you mean? He's 12
No,
for
he
12 for 15?
had a
no,
game.
he had a game. AB,
Well,
Backtrack.
maybe when I looked up,
apparently
I
you're
was,
not a Miami fan.
no, I was at work
But I want
watching the
people
game.
to know here on camera live because apparently you didn't know I was a Miami fan. You are. You're Miami Hurricanes. Do you like the Miami Dolphins?
No, but I like
Hold on.
But I
Do you
like
like the Pittsburgh Steelers?
the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yes, you do.
Who's the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Do you like the Pittsburgh Steelers or the
No,
Miami
I'm
Dolphins?
No, I'm a Ravens guy. If anything, Ray Lewis
Oh,
and
so
Ed
you
Reed.
jumped to Baltimore
because they got you players.
So you're not a
They
Miami
got you. They got
fan.
you. I don't like the Dolphins. I
I
grew
just
up liking
wanted people to have a background
but I
of their
like-
new host.
But
That's
I
all.
but I like
That's
the
all.
but I like the Miami Heat.
I got a trivia question for
Obviously,
AB.
'cause
I
they're in
like the
finals.
Miami Marlins.
I got a trivia question for AB.
I like the Florida Panthers.
I want to see.
lied.
I
like
want
the
to. I
Colorado
want to see how
Avalanche.
big of a Miami fan AB is.
Here we go.
AB,
Yeah.
who are two wrestlers that played for Miami?
Lex Luger and The
Oh, he got it.
Rock.
he got
You
it.
hitting me with
got
sport
it.
trivia.
I don't know.
You can't hit me with
I heard it.
trivia.
Lex Luger. I heard about it last week. I was like, you know what? When I see AB, I'm gonna ask him.
All right, listen, by the way, if we're on the topic
like
of
that.
AB, Hamada said AB wearing shades indoors says a lot. Too cool. And then Jimmy DeBailey said too cool. For sure.
Where did I take this from? Who's the first guy to wear shades in here?
Sufi?
Who?
Hussein.
Mo Sufi.
Jose?
I watched the show.
Yeah, I watched
the
most.
show.
I appreciate
I
it.
mean, first guest.
He looked like Morpheus.
You know about Jose?
Mostly,
No, I'm talking about guests. Like it was Mo Sufi.
Sufi,
So
yeah.
Hamada, you got a problem? Talk to your old teammate. I'm just trying to do what the
He
greats
doesn't have
do.
a problem.
He looked like Morpheus.
I might have saying you look
So-
No,
cool.
that's taking it. That's hashtag.
Come on.
Hashtag too cool.
All right,
That's like saying hashtag fathers didn't lose the game.
Hey, Sufi looked like Morpheus when he had the glasses on. By the way. Go ahead.
quickly,
he
series,
flexed on us with all the trophies.
series prediction, like just overall 4-1, 4-2. Who you got?
I think game 5,
4-1 Denver.
4-1.
All right, me
6
too.
games, 4-2 Denver.
Baby, AB.
I'm waiting for a Miami prediction right here.
He's trying.
He's to say Miami
he
in
wants to
7.
go
Miami in 7.
There you go. Yeah.
Miami in 7.
Go
got a
to
sweep?
go to
Sweep Denver.
Sleep. I got 5 in Denver. We're gonna quickly Detroit sports. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna just quickly touch on the Tigers, the Pistons, and Lions. Before we do that,
Call
shout
into
out
the
to
show,
BC
Nader.
Adhesives. Shout out to BC, and then we're gonna try to shut this down hopefully within the next 10 minutes. So shout out to BC Adhesives.
BC Adhesives.
Miami fan, huh?
You can go to BC Adhesives for all your industrial adhesives needs. They do food packaging, book binding, product assembly, and many other industrial services. So if you are in need of adhesives for your business or having trouble with your current adhesives applications, you can contact them by phone 1-888-679-9825 or go on their website www.bcadhesives.com.
What's your story about the Steelers?
Greg Lloyd.
Oh, I used to play.
Terry Bradshaw? Is that who you mess with?
I used to play with the Steelers.
No, kneel down.
I used
We're
to
not
play,
gonna go that far.
I used to play with the Steelers in Madden 03.
Yeah.
By the way, that was the last Madden I
Charlie
played.
Batch?
No, man, it was Cordell Stewart.
Hey, I'm not a big fan of
Yancey Thinkbit.
AB just said he's a
Heinz
Colorado
Ward.
Avalanche fan living in Detroit. That's not
I
right.
actually.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you, that's no good.
That's no
So
good. That's
so
no good. That's
quick,
no good.
and I know I say this, but it's really gonna be quick. Quick background story: Tigers sucked. Red Wings were great. Same owners. My father was a strong believer, and I don't know if you remember this from growing up. My father was a strong believer that Illich, kissed up too much of the Red Wings and let the Tigers die, and we were huge baseball fans. So we, as a family, rooted for every single team against the Red Wings growing up.
Wow.
And the Avalanche, with that rivalry, I probably have 4 different Avalanche jerseys at home. Just
Pat-
Is Peter Forsberg one of them?
Patrick Roy. Wow.
Patrick Roy. Joe Sakic.
Okay.
That's my guy.
So shout out to these guys. So Detroit sports, we like to cover it, but we're gonna try to go through this quickly. So I'm gonna ask a question, and then I want to hear your answers.
Rapid fire, guys.
Rapid fire. All right. So Tigers, they were currently the second team in the AL Central. A little bit struggling, right? Quite a little lately, in terms of the last 4 or 5 games.
Riley Green got hurt.
And then Riley Green got hurt. Are the Tigers gonna be in the hunt come September, Moti?
I think Tigers gonna be sellers at the trade deadline.
Actually, that's a better question. Are the Tigers going to be sellers at the trade deadline?
Yes.
Actually, that's a better one. More
Yes.
more sooner. Are you up on date with baseball and the Tigers and stuff?
Not really, but I know they're not doing. They've been bad for so long.
Yeah.
They're kind of like the Red Wings right now. They're just since when? Since the
But the Red Wings are starting. Actually, the Red Wings had a pretty decent season. I mean, I could get into.
I think the Tigers might have a pretty decent season too, but I don't think we should sell.
They're going to be sellers, but who we don't have anybody to sell. We don't have that big.
The
name
pitching
yet.
staff. I think we got a
Well,
couple pitchers.
and that'll be the only thing that we can get any type of value
We got a
for
couple
right now.
relievers too.
I think it's the dog days of summer are going to come, and I think this team right now they're playing really well. They are surprisingly against the rest of the league. They're playing good against the AL East, just like any other league. The AL East, all 5 teams I think are over 500. Aren't they?
And
they're sick. So, but I think they die down tremendously. I think they go on a losing streak, especially with Riley Green being here, man.
Yeah, that's a big blow to the team.
Huge,
for sure.
huge. He's a young
one
star.
of our better hitters on the team for sure. So I guess that quickly answers that. Nader's a great guy, but isn't loyal. All right. Shout out to Hotmail. Just wanted to throw that out there.
who's that?
All right. The email. I mean the
Who said that?
Hotmail.
Interesting.
Yeah. All right.
Who's Hotmail? New host?
All right. So that was out there. That was put out there. So all right, Tigers. That was quickly Tigers. Pistons. Monty Williams. We had 17 wins. Okay. Can the Pistons get 30 wins in his first season as the head coach of the Detroit Pistons?
They could have gotten it this year, but they
All
were
right.
taking on purpose.
Okay, how about this? Can they compete for the play-in? That's probably a better question. Faddis.
They got a good young roster. They're quick. They're fast. They're athletic. They got a new coach that has good experience. I think they can. It's going to be tough, but they have the ability.
I think they make 1 or 2 solid moves in the offseason too, man. I think really.
Cunningham's
Who would
coming
you-
back. That's
Yeah.
another piece they
Who
can
would you
play
pursue?
with.
We need like wings, and there's a weak, terrible wings out there like this. Dylan Brooks is literally the best wing, by the way.
Oh, we're talking Pistons now.
Yeah.
again?
So I don't know. I honestly, it's like, where do we go? 'Cause
I think
we got big men.
pick up
we
pick up Brooks. He's a bad boy. Why Detroit?
But I'll take Dylan Brooks. But I don't know if that was the piece I'm talking about. I think the Pistons still make a move. But do you see them competing for the play-in? First year with Monty Williams.
with if K comes back healthy and Ivy and Wiseman and whatever this young core that they have and Sadiq. But yeah, I really feel like if they put it together, I do. I feel like they can make, because what do you got to do? You got to finish in the top 10, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do actually.
Absolutely.
By the way, guys, the Eastern Conference is the place to be right now because the West is ridiculous. The East, think about it. Boston's looking like they're about to separate.
Yeah,
You know,
Jalen. They're talking
The
about
Bucks look like it might be the beginning of, it might be. I don't know. But they're, like, to me, the best team still right now. The Sixers, I'm not scared of them.
New Jersey just dropped out of the.
Yeah, so it's like,
Brooklyn. You mean?
Brooklyn.
like honestly, the East, man. It's,
You're thinking of Jason
we
Kidd.
put some people together, man. In 2-3 years, the Pistons could end up, start competing.
I'm sick of waiting, man. I don't even care about him anymore.
Got to be patient.
Do you see them competing for the play-in though this year?
No.
Okay, who do y'all want them to take with the 5th pick?
I couldn't even tell you.
Okay, I
don't
like
think-
Cam
yeah.
Whitmore from Villanova. Cam Whitmore.
Is he going to come and play starting role?
bucket? He's gonna come and score. I don't know if he's gonna start because we got Boyan.
Or do you want to trade that pick and get a valuable
100%.
proven starter?
I would prefer that.
And
Me.
some guy with
It's been
experience on the
20
court.
years.
Yeah.
We've been relevant since 20 years ago.
I would say
normally you
06,
figure
07.
Yeah, normally you
And
figure.
he's saying be patient.
Fadas, you're right. Normally you figure a top 5 guy, Well, I mean, they're taking the steps, Billy.
I understand, but how long you been taking steps for?
But they recently in the last 3 years though they've taken some huge steps on bringing these young guys in.
How much more time we need?
Moti said, or Omar T said it perfectly, man. He said it. They finally got rid of the contracts. They've got rid of the lagging players that were hanging around, and they're sticking with the core. And it's harder too because the owner. From what I keep, again, when I listen, the owner, he's more about the show than he is really trying to win. Am I right with that?
It could be a good thing though, because bringing in players that have names.
Is Ivy and Cunningham?
Oh, and he's Palestinian, the owner, Tom George.
I watched Ivy. He likes the ball in his hands a
Mashallah.
lot. Cunningham's the guard.
I think they're both.
Are they gonna be?
Yeah, but I think
Who?
Ivy.
Both.
No, listen. I think Ivy did what he had to do, knowing that Cade wasn't there.
I think they're both unselfish players, man.
Nader related.
And I think Cunningham is good enough to play off the ball too. By the way,
He's gonna come.
Nader elite. This is important.
He's gonna come at me.
Nader.
This is important. We have an offer for AB.
Yes.
Team super elite.
Talk to us.
We would like AB to be our coach in the 30 and over.
Wow.
Ooh,
This
breaking
is coming from my
news.
captain.
Host/coach.
So
Two jobs in the same week.
you like that? I got promoted on the show too.
Yeah.
It's AB presents
but
the fantasy guys on Oz Media.
But thanks to Omar. He
Omar made me.
built your resume.
Omar
Now you got a
made me.
coaching job.
Listen, Omar made me. You
Hey,
guys,
are
you guys
you
don't even.
accept or no?
Hold on, Nader. You guys don't even know what the training camp I'm going to do with these two. He's whipping my ass back into my butt back in the shape.
Nada's on the line.
Nader. So we're gonna have to talk more in private. But one of the biggest reasons I'm not playing this season on Mondays because I'd rather be playing because there's a lot of guys who question this whole he's talking all this stuff and he ain't even out here playing.
AB, you're holding back.
You're holding back.
Even my captain's saying you're holding back.
I love your
You need to just
I
tell-
love your
tell us what's
captain,
on your
by the
mind,
way,
AB.
man. I've known your captain for a long time, man. I remember when he was a kid and I used to run Saturday morning basketball
AB,
camps at Salina.
Is it a yes or a
I'm
no?
gonna have to get back to you on that, Nader. I can't answer that
Nader.
question.
AB,
Nader
I'm
Ifham.
going to tell you guys the main reason. This is the reason
Ifham
why
ya
AB's
Nader.
not playing.
Hold on.
Focusing on coaching the Nader Elite this season.
yes.
That's my
Yes.
that's my guy. That's my guy. That's my guy.
Okay, so are we going to talk about this?
He came to me after my semifinal loss in the 35 and over league and had some kind words for me. Brought me back up as I was.
We got to get him on the show. We
Yes,
didn't
we
work
do.
out last
We
week.
do. We have to get him on the show 100%.
Inshallah. Man.
Man, I'll get back to you guys. on that.
Not worry about your shoes at the garage sale, man. Size 10. Come on.
If
Let's go.
Is he in the 30 and over or no? I keep forgetting.
who's that?
Billy Duckett.
All right. Y'all got Moti. Cam went more.
Last shot.
Yeah, I like him.
That's what you
He
want.
hung up quick because he knew I was gonna come at him.
Last one. Lions. Do they win the division this year? Yes or no?
I mean, you have no choice but to. Who are you going to lose to? Kirk Cousins? Like, this is the
you
Lions
could have picked
year.
anybody else than the MSU guy, but it's okay.
No, come on, man. I mean,
Yeah. No, I'm just messing around. That's
you know,
they're the,
I mean,
What's the quarterback that's coming in for Rodgers? The one.
Jordan Love.
Jordan Love.
Listen, he came in for about 2-3 drives. He looked amazing.
He's still not Aaron Rodgers.
Dude, I'm not saying that, but I don't think they're gonna be what people are expecting.
I told people Green
They're
Bay's
gonna
going to win
compete.
8-9
They got a
games
good
at
coach. They got good pieces still. I think they're gonna be not as good as the Lions, but I could see them.
So
I could see them.
I'm 50-50 on what you just said. I'm agreeing with you. And the fact is this. If Rodgers complained and had all the problems with the fact that the team wasn't bringing in receivers, they were bringing in weapons, they weren't doing X, Y, and Z, I think that Love's first year, I see them okay, maybe 500.
Yeah.
But Love's gonna figure out why Rodgers left too. The best thing they could have did for Jordan Love is what they did for Aaron Rodgers, and he sat behind one of the greatest quarterbacks to play the game for a number of years to learn. He wasn't just thrown in there. So yes, in a year or two, Green Bay, they can come back up because they're gonna find what missing pieces or what pieces they're missing.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're going to win the division. I
Yeah.
still think they're going to compete.
I
You still got Minnesota. Chicago, it seems like
Dalvin Cook's probably
I
going to
think
sign
this
with
is
the Dolphins.
the year for what's the guy from Ohio
Justin
State?
Fields?
This is it. I mean, he's a great runner.
That's it.
but we need you to throw.
It needs to be built around. But right now, like I said, this is the year, and I know you agree with me.
100%.
This is the year the Lions win the division
And host a playoff
and
game.
host the playoff game.
First time in my life.
Now,
This is
now
it.
if they don't win the division, I still think they could be one
Actually-
of the bottom seeds.
So 1991.
I think we win in the division, bro.
Fattest.
I think we better win in the division.
You heard what he said. First time in his life. When were you born? Almost.
92.
So it's 91.
Yeah.
1991, the last time the Lions hosted a home playoff game, they beat the Dallas Cowboys.
Yep. And we might
A
have to
young
play the
Dallas
Cowboys.
My father, and my uncle were
young.
at that game.
A young, wow.
Eric Kramer.
So Lions win the division. Percent.
Percentage, let's go with 45.
That's good. I mean, there's 4 teams, so he's giving us the majority of the percentage.
Yeah.
Moti, percent. Lions win the division.
They need to win the division. Percentage wise, what do you mean?
Like, what percent do you give them winning the division?
75%.
Yeah,
Wow.
they're favored. Yeah,
I would say 60.
I was gonna say 60 to 65%, 100%.
Billy?
I don't watch football.
I don't trust the quarterback. That's my problem.
I really don't watch football.
Yeah, they're saying in camp, Jared
I used
Goff.
to when I was young, but the
They're saying
Lions.
Jared Goff is struggling. Believe it or not, I'm telling you guys, I think it's because our defense is actually
100%.
really good, guys. I'm
Hey.
telling you guys.
No,
We
no,
had a
no,
top-
that's the thing.
Our defense is gonna be solid.
And do
man.
you think Minnesota wins all them games like they did last year?
Bro, they were
with, with that one possession that with
I know we signed a loaded of cornerbacks. Who do we sign? I know some
that's
good names
that's
out
what
there.
it
I
was.
just remember
That's
who
what
they
we
were.
needed. We needed
All of them are new.
Yeah, all of them are new.
Yeah, but
and we,
they were some big names.
Yes.
one guy from Baltimore, one guy
Emmanuel
from
Mosley,
Pittsburgh,
C.J. Gardner Johnson. We got
or not Baltimore, Philly.
we got
got CJ
My bad, Philly.
But we got a couple.
Cam Sutton
Thank
from
you.
Pittsburgh. Cam
Cam
Sutton.
Sutton.
He's a good one.
Yeah, Pittsburgh.
He's a Lion.
Why
too.
be Pittsburgh? My father was a Pittsburgh guy.
Yeah.
because Big Ben.
You like
because
Cordell
me and Big
Stewart?
Ben.
Big,
Me and Big Ben have the exact same. Me and Big Ben were born on the same day.
And you
Okay.
guys kind of have the same.
My father
A little
always
shorter,
and I was a quarterback. My father always said, "Man, that could have been you winning 2 Super Bowls."
You got
I
the-
told him if Father Suck-Off would have just worked me out right.
You have the beard, the Big Ben beard,
Abee was always a
Yeah.
stud on the football court or football,
football
field, by the
field.
way.
for real.
Yeah, he was.
You know, I wanted to say that too. Can I just
he
pause?
used to wear one of those big neck things.
So I wanted to say this.
Oh, really?
yeah, he's wearing
Those
big-
players used to scare me.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
he's-
had.
he's
I ain't gonna lie, they used to scare me.
I-
Well,
I-
neck
And
and
he,
long
he's
hair.
had this voice since he was
Looking
two. So he scared the
back,
crap out of me.
looking back, that's the biggest mistake I ever made.
What's
Was
that?
picking the shoulder pads with the horse collar.
oh, you mean the Brian Cox?
It took the mobility
down?
out of me. It took mobility out of me, and it took what my strengths were, and that's why I feel like
Well, what's
looking
the
back
purpose
at
of
it
it, though?
now.
He wanted to walk in looking like.
He looked cool as hell. I'm not gonna lie.
And I wanted to look like a beast.
Brian Cox,
I used to
Miami.
hate those players.
Listen, I want to say this.
They try to kill you every time they hit
You know, I
you.
said that, got sensitive people, and I think there's a lot of people when I talk and say something that they look at like, oh, what's this guy? Oh, like, yeah, this guy's dodging the league, or this
Abee.
guy won't play. Listen,
Abee.
I have a timeout.
Abee.
I'm gonna say to stop, and because you're gonna stick up for me in a
No,
second.
I'm trying to.
I have a resume. Okay, my resume goes farther than basketball. My resume is
sport
probably
athlete.
better and hotter than half the guys playing in any of these leagues.
Facts.
Okay, so my knowledge, I played football, I played baseball, I definitely played basketball. I've coached all 3 sports. I mean, again, so before anybody ever looks and says, man, this guy Abee says this or this guy Abee says that, just remember, if your resume can compare to my resume,
Oof.
then come talk to me.
Oof.
Can we post
I
that up?
might not have it now. Time
Gotta
out.
give that a round of applause right quick. He's giving me speeches right now.
Time out. I might not have it now. I'm 41 years old. I'm overweight.
Mashallah.
I'm out of shape. I have other things in life that I can't focus and play. How many open gym runs have you seen me at?
Not a lot.
Unfortunately, I can't make those.
many.
So if I'm not playing,
But a lot of Asmir.
if I'm not, if I'm not playing to what my potential is,
Okay.
just know my resume is just as good as
Abee,
yours.
Abee,
Thank
as,
you.
as a host, you got to come back to the subject, and we were talking about the Lions. So I'm just.
I'm sorry. Go back to the Lions,
job.
Father.
But
Tell me.
to interject real quick,
First day on
Abee
the job,
does,
make sure
yeah.
you do it well. Going back to the Lions, do we trust the running back situation?
100%.
Yes.
We're gonna be fly, dude. I'll tell you right
Yes.
Who's our running backs again?
Jameer Gibbs, the rookie. We got David Montgomery from.
Jameer Gibbs. Could you?
David
give me his
Montgomery.
Scouting report.
His scouting report.
The scouting report is he's going to be flying on.
He's gonna be like
He's not a third down
he's gonna be
back?
like a CMC. Don't matter. That's what David Montgomery's for.
David Montgomery's a thumper, and he's
And
not. I don't think
Jameer
he's
Gibbs, and we still have
we got the lining and
we still
thunder.
have
That's what we
Reynolds.
have.
Listen, we have a nice running back room.
And
Fadas.
we got our cousin Muhammad Ibrahim from Minnesota.
Yeah, that went undrafted,
undrafted,
because he
bro.
hurt it because he
He was
hurt his
balling.
knee.
He was balling in
Yeah,
Minnesota.
before he hurt
So
himself.
how big is this guy, Gibbs?
He's as big as Zeke Elliott.
No, he's not.
No, he's not. He's
I
as
know,
big.
I'm just throwing
he's as
shots.
big as
Cowboys fan.
McCaffrey, I think.
I think he's 6'1".
He's 6'1".
I don't think so. I think it might be 6.
Fadas, his stats in
Okay.
college, but his
Is he-
stats in
is he-
college is
like
a pass
5 to
catching
200?
running back.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's Kamara. Like
his
that's-
patch. Yeah, his
NFL
stat-
comparison's Kamara.
Yeah, his pass catching
Kamara's
abilities
I
were
think
up
Kamara's
there
big.
with.
Bro,
200.
they said in training camp, he's been everywhere. Like they put him as
Remember-
receiver, they put him in a running back, they put him as he's making plays.
You remember when I read those ranks off?
No.
His college ranks where he ranked
Yeah.
for his college career.
Yeah.
Where he ranked amongst where CMC was at.
Yeah.
Where some of these top pass catching running backs, not only can he run and brew, but he's
So he's
I
getting
feel
a lot
like-
of dump offs, huh?
Yes.
You guys see that from Jared
Bro,
Goff?
100%.
Because he can't extend plays,
Yeah.
so he's gonna have to rely on.
Well, we got
You
to
know,
wait.
I heard Vegas has Hendon Hooker starting after week 8. There's a line out there, which is crazy to me. I thought they're gonna sit
Don't
him.
like that.
But Vegas, they have a line. They saying
I
that
believe
Hendon
it.
Hooker might start. I think we have a bye week somewhere around
I
there.
believe it.
Week 7. So
I
they
believe
said
it.
week 8. I mean, it's just Vegas,
Based
obviously.
on
But
performance
Vegas,
and injury.
Well, you
but
got to remember, all these sports are entertainments.
Yeah.
The NFL is an entertainment. Basketball is an entertainment. NBA, MLB. So don't get me wrong. Vegas might know a little something.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying.
I'm
before.
hoping that right there in Hendon Hooker is what pushes Jared Goff to say, hey, listen, man, it's now or never. And you see that, what was it, 2019, 2018, that Jared Goff that
Took the
that
Rams to
took
the
the
Super Bowl.
Rams to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we'll see, man. I think, man, this exciting times for sure. The Lions. I don't know about all the trade
Our
sports.
defense took.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That defense is going to be the difference of why I think we do win the division. Hamad that said, Abee, it's a 1-hour show. Let the panel get a chance to talk. I'm messing Abee. I'd give you a kidney.
He needs back on.
I told
You've
you.
seen,
Hey,
he's watched the whole show.
Yeah, Hamad-
He needs Hamad to back on.
Hamada, call in, please.
next week Sunday, I say. I was going to say next week Sunday. If you're free, Hamada, come through. I just have to make sure that we are going to be here. Yes, I think so, inshallah. So tell Fad to send us the skincare routine glowing. Okay? That's Hamada. All
Mashallah.
right, AB, tell them yesterday's price is not today's price. He's referring to the coaching part.
Our house.
All right. And with that said, final words, guys. Final comments. Another fun show, of course. I try to get in an hour 15, but it's an hour and 30. You know what I'm saying?
Mashallah.
It is what it is.
When you have the guys,
Yeah,
we're all
I forgot.
gone.
I'm sorry. Hamad is Gamaria.
Yeah. I don't think you forgot. It's all right.
I don't see no Gamaria cups over there.
Yeah.
No,
But hopefully next week when he comes in, he could bring a few.
All right. With that said, AB, Faddis, final comments, final words.
AB did a wonderful job. Stop turning Oz Media into AB Media. Let's talk about the related topics a little bit more. And I hope you accept the coaching job. I'd love to see you there.
By the way, we appreciate
Inshallah.
AB. We appreciate
league
Billy. We
needs
appreciate
you.
our guests.
Inshallah.
Of course, we appreciate Big Bro Moti. As much as we joke around, I
Had-
appreciate you guys coming here
had
and
some
sharing,
raw.
sharing some talks, even for an hour and a half, 2 hours
Stephen
long. Billy, final comments.
Yeah, I want everybody to know that we love everybody. This is just a
ELE.
it's
ELE.
yeah, we love everybody. This is just a
Everybody love
podcast
everybody.
where we're causing ruckus and having a good time and nobody take anything personal for here or the future.
Oh.
I feel like sometimes some people get in their feelings, and again, we love each other. This is a huge brotherhood, and I want to appreciate and thank the Thabits always for being classy hosts and doing such an amazing job for not only for the community, for our league and stuff like that. It doesn't go unnoticed, believe me.
Shout out to Billy Buckets, AB.
That's the non-truth.
Oh, I want to say one more thing. I'm sorry. The 35 and older league. I want to say this to Moti. The 35 and older league doesn't mean you lose by 35 in the championship. It means that's the league. Yani. That's how old you have to be to get in.
Go ahead, Moti. You go right ahead. I'll wait.
Go ahead. We got a comment. There you go.
There you go. I appreciate Billy Buckets as always. There was a question that was asked yesterday. Who has better footwork, Matt Head or Billy Bucket?
I think Billy Buckets for sure.
All right, so I
I'm
picked Billy
sorry.
Bucket.
I love Matt Head. Matt is a great guy.
because he's my friend. But great show, I'm for real.
Listen.
Good show.
Moti's defense, he didn't have enough to be that player and the coach at the same time.
No, I'm just messing with them.
No.
Because they beat us by 30.
If
I'm
he
kind of
coached that team, if he focused on coaching more than, I mean, you can't do both at the same
Owl
time.
was focused
I
on
think
the
it would have been a
30,
lot
though.
different. Trust me.
Listen, Owl was focused
Because
on
they
the-
needed somebody from the sideline, looking from a bird's eye
Listen,
view.
so
What's going on?
I tell everybody, I'm telling everybody,
Him
they were
and Mahi
the
got
better
in foul
team.
trouble early.
They're a better team. Fujo and Matia and Maher and
foul,
coaching.
They just
foul
have better
trouble
talent.
Coaching.
real early.
Straight up.
Malahi
A lot
had,
of firepower. And you guys
Malahi had
Smiley.
3 before you knew it.
Yo,
and
guys,
then Moti had
this-
3.
The game happened like a month ago, bro. Relax.
Yeah, but we just came back.
Don't bring it up. That's it, man. Wait.
We just came back.
Now I'm triggered.
No, Moti, man. Like I said, man, I'll say this on record. I'd love to play with you soon.
All
Oh,
day.
me
I'd
too.
love to play with you.
All day.
Hey,
I saw some greatness. So,
you know, we already had your point guard, so right here.
I mean, I take you any day over the week over Fahmy. I mean, I hate that guy.
We all do. So
Don't
we're,
talk-
we're not
don't-
gonna
I
argue.
love Fahmy. Don't talk about my
I
cats.
hate Fahmy. I do.
AB, any final words, final comments?
Thank you for letting me be a part of this show, Omar.
You're not part of it. You're the host.
You are the show.
Let me be. Thank you. You know,
You are the
with,
show.
With guys like Faddis doing this all the time, it gives me the confidence I need and the lift that to come out here and do what
You
it
are
is
the
I
lift.
do. If I can get a guy like Faddis on this show to be interactive for an hour and a half, and I can get a guy like Hamada to actually comment
And Nader
for
call
an
him twice.
hour and a half straight. Thank you for watching and tuning in. We really do appreciate
He messed
it,
up a lot of
guys.
lattes this morning. Text.
I
One
just
sugar.
want- I just want to say this. I know this is quickly off topic, but Billy Buckets. I was thinking about it the other day. I was thinking about it to myself, and I wanted to just put that out there. Billy is the big man you would want on your team, 100%, all the time. I swear. But like, just sitting back and just watching him the way he plays, I feel like
Unless he had to play against me, but you're right.
yeah, he's a big man, man. You gotta just give him the ball. Like when a big man that knows his role is so important. Like I hate seeing big men just sit at the 3-point line all day. Like that bothers me. You know what I'm saying? Like you have such a huge advantage.
Who you trying
I'm
to-
not referring to nobody specific.
Well,
growing up when I was
no,
playing,
no, yeah.
growing up when I was playing, it's bothered me so much. Like I to the point where like I would never pick them because they didn't know their role.
Yeah.
Billy Buckets knows his role, even though he can hit the 3. Most of his shots is pretty much from the free throw line below.
But he's
I'm a cage bird.
But he's
I'm a
gonna-
cage bird.
But,
fellas.
but he'll tell you right now. He'll admit it himself. He just acclimated to that part of the game. Like Billy and a lot of guys in the South End. You guys were all big guys. What did you guys do growing up?
So you guys,
all you did was shoot.
You guys
shot
under-
half court.
You guys understand? Me and
Two
Maher used to
different
go at
neighbor-
it.
Yeah,
3-point
two
wise.
different
3-point.
neighborhoods, like 2 different things. Our big guys wanted to be shooters. All of them. Emo Tanana.
Everybody wants to.
Yeah. Emo
Why do you think Maher
Tanana,
has such a beautiful shot?
Maher, Billy.
Sam Perkins. That's what they wanted to be, huh?
Everybody wanted to shoot. Terry Mills.
I appreciate the kind words though, for real. I mean, I just got into it as Abee said during our first season. Like I never used to play down low. I'm still learning how to play down low. To be 100% transparent. That's why you see me every season. Alhamdulillah, get better and better. But I think a lot of what I'm figuring out this season for sure. No shot. I'm not taking a shot at anybody. Believe me, I'm not. What I figured out this season is that the center is only as good as his point guard. 100%, 1,000%. Center.
I agree.
If I had the right point guard, I'll give you guys 30 a game. I guarantee it. But the thing is the point guard is the most important piece of the team.
You guys noticed in the charity game, Kamal gave anybody and everybody who is to play with Billy in the near future, he gave you the blueprint on how to play with Billy. He gave you the blueprint how to get Billy involved. He gave you the blueprint on how to give Billy the ball. Go back and watch Oz Media's video on the charity game 2023.
I think I had
and watch
17
it.
points and I only took like 4 shots just because the way he was setting me up and the pick and roll and how to. And he was
I
going-
mean, it
he would
was
take
there.
defense with him. Like he was talking to me like when he was dribbling. That's why I have so much respect for Coach K because
Listen.
he's dribbling, he's talking, he's yelling at Fahad, he's yelling at this guy. Come here, do this, do that. And I swear he just it was like poetry in
It'd
motion.
be scary to see you and Moti on the court together.
I think that'd be a great.
I think it'd be.
with AB on the wing.
Do we have enough in the salary?
I
cap for
wish.
that?
Hey,
I'm just
everybody gives him a lot of slack, but believe me, AB is a great player. That's why
Listen,
he's
I'm gonna
that's
take
why
this-
he's always drafted
I'm
before
gonna take this.
other people.
I'm gonna take this summer off and I'll come back.
That's why he's always
won't-
drafted before
I won't be
certain
known. I won't be known as just guard the big guy.
But I love AB, man. He's like my older brother. He always calls me Billy Bucket because of the one game I had 2 points.
I was able to hold Billy to 1 bucket.
But
don't think anybody can ever say that.
me and my analytic guys, we did some research last night. Me and my analytical guys.
Velocity, okay.
AB has played 40 games in 4 seasons in the league, and he's had 7 1 bucket games. I had one.
That's not true.
I've had 1 and 4. He's had 7.
That's not true.
So who's the real
Somebody's
bucket?
using Google.
Yeah, this is.
Shout out to my analytic guys. You know who you are.
That's a lot. That's a lot of research.
So we figured out that AB stands for a bucket.
If a person, if you figure,
AB stands for a bucket.
If you figure, listen to me. If you figure it takes 2 minutes to check each game's stats for 40 games, his guy and his team.
It's been a few weeks.
I've triggered them to that. I've triggered them to that point.
Khad,
It actually took 80 minutes out of their time
Shafiq,
to go through those stats.
committee. Muhammad Asri.
You guys know Billy Buckets had 1 vote for MVP?
My man.
You guys know that?
I mean,
He had 1 vote for the
is
MVP.
that you?
Huh?
Are you about to say it's you or?
Oh, no. He voted for himself.
Oh,
I know you want to wrap up the show.
Hey, you know what? How do
But
you know that?
you got a nice topic for next week? Whether if
Well, hold on. We got to
accepted
see.
the job or not.
Can we say how the game ends up? Because when Moal Hyde comes back, now Faris is drafted. Faris has been Bosch's point guard for almost 2 years, right? 2 seasons, right? This is the 3rd time Bosch and Ferris have teamed up. But when Moal Hyde comes back,
He's not a point guard.
but my question is the way Omar is
See,
controlling
that's
the
why
court.
he should be coaching every year, man.
That,
See,
with the way Omar's vision is right on the court, what's Faris's new role, Coach Moti?
hit the open shot and make plays.
Same role as it's always been.
What's that?
Hit the open
He's not
shot
going
and
to
make
run
plays.
the floor
Why not?
because he's got 2 other players that aren't going to allow him to. I'm telling you that.
I mean,
They got
listen,
the wings.
It's like a pick and choose.
He should have the ball in his hand.
Guys, I'd rather have players that know how to run the floor on my team.
Hopefully, Coach
Players
Mo
that don't know how to
Osity
run.
is watching this and takes notes from the real coach, Moti.
There you go. That's how we're gonna close.
Oh,
off.
you rather have Moti than Moe? Go ahead.
We're gonna hold off to that answer until
100%.
Tune in next week.
Moti every day, twice on Sunday.
there you go. And then it's Sunday. So
Appreciate
shout out to everybody here. Shout out to Faddis. Shout out to Billy, AB, Moti, even Yusuf. Shout out to my
Yeah,
big
well,
brother,
look,
bro.
hey, shout out to Yusuf
Nobody-
behind the
nobody gives
scenes,
Yusuf enough
man.
credit, man.
Yeah.
He's always here and
doing his thing.
You guys,
Yusuf's
thank
the
you
man,
for-
but he's too small.
Thank
for
you
me
for
to support.
tuning in to AB Presents Oz Media here, the Fantasy Guys, Season 2, Episode, 37?
37.
You know what I'm saying? Me and Omar Thabit doing our thing, and we'll have more to come soon, inshallah.
Summer off.
AB's wearing number 21. That's his shooting percentage in the league. Take care.
This right